I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the O.N.E.
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Yeah. Got them lions in the building. Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the bled. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manotas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He running to the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the bait league. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Michael got the Rorschach and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, I'm dope and wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, yeah. Death by cut, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I been there. Yeah. Man, they know they no contest. Yeah. Yahuwah, he do the bled. Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. I'm stepping on everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
Well, all right. Once again, putting it down for you and yours. This is another episode of What's on Your Mind. I'm not What's on Your Mind. I'm sorry. The Lion's Den, talking about what's on your mind. And as always, we give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. And we always want to thank JJ 7000, the CEO of Operations, and the Lioness, Karima, for allowing us, myself and my co-host, Yeshaya Dodd, JT Raw, Just Talking Raw, for being able to come here on this great, illustrious platform and be able to vibe, click, and politic to you out there in Lions Den land. And understand this here, that from city to city and state to state, without no follow-up, bleep, bloops, or blunders, when you tune into the Lions Den, you're going to hear miracles and wonders. Nothing but miracles and wonders. And we always come with the 7 eyes. You know what the 7 eyes are. I ain't got to run them down to you. If you don't know, just look at previous episodes to know what they are. But we roll with the pride. We're permanently ready and destroying evil, starting with our own. We anti-coon here. We don't do the coon thing. And what's a coon? A complete, obvious, obedient, yes, a boss nigga. We don't do that here. That's not who we are. So, ho, 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 and Merry Madness for all y'all out there if y'all caught in that Christmas bag. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass it off to my man, JT Raw, Yeshaya Dawg. What's on your mind?
Yep, we back for another presentation. The title of the show I just came up with a little more than an hour ago, talking about our people will follow anything. That's the problem. They'll follow anything. And the people that they follow have no proof on anything they say, but they'll follow. Because they're looking for somebody to lead them instead of the Almighty God, Son, to lead them. They're looking for a man on this earth to lead them. And that's what I'm seeing. No matter what doctrine you believe in, they believe more so in the man than the doctrine. And what people need to get through their head, clearly get through their head to this day, is that there ain't no man on this earth that can deliver you out of this condition that you're in, because no man puts you in it. So the man who puts you in it is the man who you must rely on to get you out of it. We got to clear up everything, because a lot of our people, you're looking at life like it's a joke, like it's time always to laugh. There's a time for all things, laughing, clowning around. You can clown around once in a while, hang out with your homies, you know, with your fam. But you also got to look at life as also as a serious thing. Things that are happening on this earth are for a reason. Now we look at all of us and our communities throughout the Americas, hell, the world, but since we here in the States, America, that's what I'm dealing with. All I see amongst our people is hatred for themselves, destruction. Yo, man, you looking at me, man? Yo, what's up? Boom, ready to kill this man. Fighting over what? Territories that don't belong to them, colors, all this other madness. Man walking around claiming he's a Messiah and don't have the ability to save himself from anything. Now, how could anybody be that simple? The simple believeth every word. That's a problem. The Most High is the reason why all of our people are in their condition, worldwide, globally. Until you acknowledge the truth, you're going to remain in that hole. You got to go to him and tell him, Father, we sinned against you. That's what he want to hear. He want to hear the truth. Because he's a man of truth. He want to hear that truth come out your mouth. But you got to be man enough and woman enough to tell him. You got to man up and woman up at the same time, both. Okay? I'm going to say this too, and then I'm going to let the next speaker come in. The man is messing up. Let's keep it 100 here. The man is messing up, but the women, you messing up as well. The man got to play his role in this world, and you got to play yours. You need to be with him, and he need to be with you. Y'all need to come together and work together on fixing the problem that this world has caused and placed upon you. Y'all got to come together as a family, a unit, and fix this problem. Now the Lord give us the tools. We're going to fix this. That's up to him. But we need to bring change to ourselves, even in the way we conduct ourselves and talk and speech. I got to put myself in that. Okay? We got to understand that our enemies have done a great job in destroying our people mindset. against themselves. If we ain't the answer, then who is? It's time to sit down, ponder a thought, and think of solutions. Because our people's life is on the line, whether they know it or not. So the next speaker can come in. What's your name?
My name is Tawana Johnson. How are you?
We very good.
The reason that I came here today is because I have some guest speakers. I'm waiting for them to pop on. They had to do the registration with StreamYard. The first time that I was invited to the Lion's Den, I was very, very intrigued by the information that I received from the panel. I also study myself. I don't know if I would say that I'm in any type of denomination. I don't really do the denomination. So I don't really have a preference in what book is more important than the other, whether it be the Torah, the Aswali, the Apocrypha, the Book of Mormon, whatever, the Quran, whatever book it is. I do understand that we all have to have a central understanding on what our job is here on this earth, because if you're still here, you still have a duty. So that's what I wanted to talk about today on this pagan holiday. Duties. Things that need to be done, that needs to be shared, that need to be confessed. Not just on this day, but on every day. I don't understand why it's so important for a person or people, looks like since 1820, to go out and spend a bunch of money on this day. Most of the time on people don't even appreciate it. Spoiled kids, ungrateful family. People take your stuff that you give them for free and sell it. This is what I've been dealing with. I'm a community activist here in Sacramento, California, Del Paso Heights, which they call here in Sacramento the deepest part of hell. Here's where I stand tall. I had the opportunity to leave the neighborhood, but I stayed as a community activist for our Black people, for the sick, the shut in, and the individuals who have they've lost their lives mentally and just don't know it. So that's where I stand. I'm still waiting for this gentleman to pop in. They might be scared of the Lion's Den. I did show them a couple of videos prior to inviting them, and they know when they come here, they better have something to back up what they're talking about. I think that that's what this holdup is. Yeah, I think that's what this holdup here, because I'm sitting here like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Right?
Sister,
I just got this statement earlier for live, but don't do that. Come on. You know
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. So I'm sitting here waiting. Both of them have the StreamYard links.
Ain't nobody gonna bite you.
Yeah,
Ain't no vampires on this platform.
yeah. I'm trying to figure out where they at.
But sister,
Okay.
sister, you said you're out of Sacramento, California, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What's happening? Okay, what is now happening with, the issue of reparations? You had, I think it was out of your very city, Sacramento, California. You had Amos Brown head of the NAACP, I'm gonna use, for lack of a better term, blocking a proposed $5 million payout to every black person in regards to reparations. His NAACP chapter blocked that. What's happening with that since that time till now?
Well, with Barbara, she is our Sacramento chapter NAACP representative. She backs Annis Brown on that. And the reason is because we have to have something in regards to how that money would be distributed. I work really close here in Sacramento with city councils and the Mayor Steinberg. So the thing that they're looking at in regards to reparation is how it would be distributed. How would they prove that this individual was eligible for this? For instance, if an individual is whited out, is that individual eligible for reparations? Whited out would be the mother is white, the father is black, then they have kids by two whites. Now this child is an offspring, but this child is claiming because the grandfather is black that he's in truth black, right? But by the way this individual looks, where he's at, this is a white man. So that's the holdup. Now they said that they were going to use Ancestry.com, right? Oh, welcome, Dwayne. I see that he did jump in. They were going to use Ancestry.com, but that hasn't happened. There's actually a meeting in South Sacramento. One moment. Let me get the date, because we're going to be participating in that in regards to reparations. It's a forum that's going to happen out of San Francisco, California, in regards to reparations. And that I'll give you that date. And I can also put the link in the chat.
Yeah, share with me. And if you
please do.
Yes, because we have that. One moment. It's going to be called the Dr. Martin Luther King Breakfast. It's going to happen January the 13th between 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. They also have a different forum with NC, National Women's Negro Association. Donna Woods will be talking about that on January the 27th. And her telephone number is 916-287-3949. Once again, that number is 916-287-3949 for January the 27th with the National Women Negro Association. And the Dr. Martin Luther King Breakfast is on January 13th between 8 and 11. And I have to copy and paste the link for the webinar to you guys.
But now, while you're doing all, but this is what I have a problem with in regards to the whole issue of now. If the whole issue is that it's the reparations are going to be distributed based upon an individual thing. First of all, when we came over here as a people, we came here as an entire collective. There was no there was no distinguishing on who was who and where was where. We were all black people collectively brought here. And when I look at how money is being given to the Ukraine, $104 billion, $114 billion, and an additional $127 billion, and then $600 million for EBT and SNAP, EBT and Social Security benefits. And when the Jewish community was given their bulk of their money, they don't ever base it on individuality. They distribute the money as is per person, Jewish, period. Mother, or whether your mother or your father, if you got Jewish blood flowing through you, you're Jew. You get your money with no questions asked.
You have to understand where we are. We are in the United States.
We are in the United States.
And these people.
Let me finish, sister.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand that we're in the United States of America. I got that, but I also understand that you have potential. You could have potential infiltrators coming in. I remember how when money was given to the North American Indians, you had what they call $5 Indians, where you had white folks perpetrating the fraud and all that. But I'm just saying that, look, the overall majority and bulk of people in Sacramento, California, and in all the encompassing areas and surrounding areas are majority black people. Okay.
No, that's not right. That's not right. That's incorrect in a
Okay,
whole.
correct me then.
Reason I know that is because I do statistics, because I work for a person who's running for city council here in Sacramento. So let's talk about that. Sacramento only has 6% black. 6%.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, 6% black. The bulk of the people here in California are Hispanic. 14.5% Hispanic, 20.5% Asian. The other one is Indians and Native Indians and the Iranian, the Arab. The black is the minority here. We only have 6%, period. So we are dying. You have to remember, we are dying. We are incarcerated. They're killing the babies when the babies first come out. That's why First Five is here. We have a deduction of birth rate by 25% for black children. Genocide. So this has happened right before our eyes. If you look at the birth rate for the black man right now, it's down 22.5% for an actual black child. Now you could have a black and Asian. You have a white and black. I'm talking about black mother, black father that identify with black, because the information that they give on the census is the information that they're going to be held as. So you have individuals that are mulatto, but they are black, but they identify as Hispanic. You have the black person that's here and they have Indian blood, but their mother is Indian from a different country. They identify as Indian. So that's a lot of that's going on right now. And the reason that I can jump into that is because that's the work that I'm doing right now today, right now, because election season's coming. I have a black woman that's trying to get into the seat of city council. I was going to invite her today, but I don't think that she's up. She may be up or at work, but the bottom line is that's the work that I do for her as her campaign manager. My job is to look up the numbers, look up the statistics to see what affects what. Like for instance, if a child does not graduate from high school, it's an 80% chance that they will become part of our criminal justice system if they're the ages of 18 to 40. So these are things that I look into, things that we look at in regards to the numbers. So here, no, we are not the individuals that are the numbers. The Mexican is the individual that has the numbers here, and the Asian. They are called the Electoral College here as of right now. Those are the individuals that votes count. See, have you ever seen that when you go to the election before you even got your ballot in, they say who won? That's why. That's why. So in regards to us, the blacks, we are everything that has to do with the black in regards to government is last. I'm just going to tell you that now. Going to city council meetings, talking to Daryl Steinberg on a regular basis, knowing who Gavin Newsom is, we're all in the same little circle. And I'm telling you right now, they don't care about you at all. They want you to stay where you are. And they will put plans together in order for you to stay where you are. That's why it's very important for us to gain knowledge, to gain strength, to know what programs are already in place to make sure that we don't succeed, and to make sure that we're lied to, make sure that we stay bamboozled and stay uneducated about what's going on. If you notice, if you have a scandal in the media, if the elite don't like that scandal, they will make sure that that scandal kindly just goes away. Because they're in control of what goes on in the media. They're in control of what goes on your TV. They're in control, if you see in the South right now, they're in control of what you read. Okay, they're in control of all of it. They're taking certain books out of schools because they're in control of what you read. So if that is the case, you're going to have to find some sort of way to educate yourselves on things that they don't want you to know. That's why we're here today. That's why we're here today.
Well, that's why we do what we do here, along with other black media voices, because I understand how the United States government operates. I understand from the issues of the counterintelligence program, how all this was put into play.
They was trying to say that our stimulus was going to be taken out of the reparations. So they tried to basically take some of that money that they gave to individuals for stimulus and say, that was part of their reparations right there. That's what they say in the government.
And that's foolish. And that's garbage.
But that's what they're saying. That's how it's written. And that's what them law professors are putting out there. That's what your congressman is talking about. That's what your city officials is talking about. That's what the Senate is talking about. Because see, once it comes from what they owe you, we were promised. We know from the beginning of time that they lie, steal, and cheat. So the bottom line is we were lied to about reparations. I don't feel as an individual here in the environment that I'm in, working with the individuals that I work with, that will ever get reparations because they don't appreciate the black man enough for reparations. They feel like we're still at the bottom of the barrel. Everybody's above us. So just know that this is in politics. This is in that's why you see the inner cities with a whole bunch of homeless laying on the ground. People can't even get into the shops because the money that they give goes into the politicians' pockets. While the other areas like Elk Grove, you don't see homeless people laying in front of their stores. You don't see people walking down the street with mental illness. You don't see that because they push all that out of their areas to the areas that are already less fortunate to keep them there. See, because now we have to spend our resources on the homelessness that came from other districts here. So it is planned. It is put in place that we are to stay the poverty area, that we are to stay with the area that all the sex offenders go, where all the drug offenders go. We have areas here that get sex offenders from different cities, not just different cities, parts of Sacramento, but different cities altogether. They push them here. It is made that way. See, and if you're not woke, you won't see it. You'll just think that it's happening. You just don't understand what's going on. Their main plan is to destroy us and to make sure. That's why they're doing what they're doing to the black man and emasculating him so he won't, and making him a homosexual so he won't be able to reproduce. Their whole plan is to get rid of us because you know why? Because they're powerful. They just don't know that they have power. So we have to keep them uneducated to that. We have to keep giving them these different books so they can stay confused. So they don't understand what the power that they do have. And we can stay the elite. See, once you start understanding who you are and what you have and what you can bring to the table, they're no more elite. You are a problem. Now you are a threat. Why do you think they did that to Jamie Foxx? Because you're a threat. Once you know too much and you start talking, you're a threat. They're going to do everything they can to keep you where you are, because if other individuals find out, you know what's going to happen when other people find out. We're going to have platforms like we have right now. We're going to have church where other individuals get involved.
Probably trying to test out Bush. Wait, let me see.
You know?
Yeah, he's not on.
Can I ask a question? Hello, my name is Quanas. Thanks for coming on. I love hearing a person that's on the field, and I can feel it in your spirit that you're very dedicated to your people. And a lot of times when we speak like that, we consider racist, and we also, when we say they, a lot of times a they is people who look like us who stab us in the back. Can you talk about how people use the terminology black and brown when it comes to benefit all, but when it comes to something that's bad, they say black? You
Yes.
know, and how the second part is how these other nations who come illegally in our whether it's legal and don't
Malcolm,
leave or illegal and stay, and how they reap the benefits of our fight. And it's called black and brown, but then they bomb our communities like they did in California, or they take jobs. And a lot of so-called black people don't believe this. We always want to stick our hand out and help and pull other people up, but they don't do it for us.
you have to
Can you
understand this
comment
is
on
the
that?
whole system. This is the whole system.
Yes.
This is the whole system. This is in regards to even your educational system. The educational system right now is still dealing with extreme racism. Reason being is because I just now wrote a report on it. We had McClatchy School last week where the students, somebody put black only on the water faucet and then put white only on another water faucet. This is 2023. This has happened the other day. So you have these lawsuits against the Department of Education that you can look up right now in regards to what's going on with us not being treated fair and us not having a fair shake here. And it's all departments. It's not just the Department of Education. The Department of Education is aware of what's going on, but yet to have any policies in place in regards to that. So right now they don't look at us as a serious entity, because anytime something happens, I'm going to tell you just what the city council said and the news said in the Sacramento Bee in regards to our city councilman and what's going on with him here in District 2, because you know our city councilman here in District 2 Sacramento was just indicted. Okay, he was indicted. Yes.
What's his name? What's his name?
His name is Sean Lo Lee. If you go ahead on your phones right now or in a different browser, look him up. Sean Lo Lee. He is the District 2 city councilman here in Sacramento. And my candidate, Alicia Bledsoe, who I am the campaign manager for, because I have to advocate for my people here where I grew up at. Nobody else is going to advocate for us. These individuals come from the outside telling us what we need here, and they don't know what we need here because they've never been here, or they never lived here, or they never had kids that's been murdered here, or they never had, you know, the things that we go through here. We have candles everywhere here. We have fentanyl killing our kids here that they put into our children's hands. So the story that they have in Elk Grove does not relate to the story that we have here in Del Paso, baby. It's nothing close to it.
How do you stop other people? Say your candidate win, right? How do you stop other people from coming and reaping the benefits of your struggle and your fight? I'm speaking as a black man, where I see all ethnicity come in and reap the benefits of our fight and claim it as a black and brown or people of color, when actually the black man and black woman putting down all the work, but everybody else benefits from that. How do we stop that?
It's been like that. I have no answer to that. If I had the answer to that, I wouldn't be in a position that I am fighting to get somebody else in. The answers would already be there, and I probably would be in there telling, giving the information. But the thing that we could do is basically make the individual that we put in that seat a vessel for what we all are here for, to fight evil, to let everybody know that the Creator is here, and that through us, no matter what fight they give us, we will be triumphant because we have the Most High in us. We have the power to do whatever we want. So if I don't have an answer for how to stop it, I just know that it's happening. And I know that with me being in a seat to see it firsthand, for me to be in these chambers with all these politicians, and for me to have the face and the knowledge that I have, and to be sitting in the seat with them, and the things that they say, they don't care about. I'm going to say it again. They don't care about the black man. They try to get rid of us. We're the problem in their eyes. Period. We're the problem in their eyes. They look at the crime rate. Who has the most the crime rate? The black and the brown. They look at that's why they come for us. Now, we could say, oh, well, they come for us. It's unjust. But we have to be accountable for our own self as well. Now, we know that there's circumstances that put us in predicaments to where we have issues that other individuals don't have. Because if you don't have food in your stomach before you go to school, you're going to have attitude when you get to school. If you don't have a family there, you worried about where your mama at or where your daddy at, or, you know, stuff like that. You're not going to have the same productive day as an individual that mother got up and cooked them breakfast and made them a lunch and kissed them on the cheek and told them to have a great day and that she was going to help him with his homework when he gets home. It's a whole different situation. So what I say is we got to start from the beginning all over again with these parents, with these people that are bearing these children, with the people that are putting these themselves into this situation to where they can't grow, they can't thrive, or they don't know how to. That's where I come in at with the advocacy, and also helping Alicia get into a seat to where that can actually happen. Here in Del Paso Heights, I'm 49 years old, and we still don't even have sidewalks, okay? These people take the white man taking our money, and they riding around in Maseratis and drop top Bentley trucks, and we don't even have sidewalks and lighting in the back of the Strawberry Manors.
Well, how does she plan on getting sidewalks? How does she plan on stopping people from taking from us? What is it that we should do?
She controls the money. When you get in a seat, you control the money. So when the government allocates a certain amount of funds to every single district. So Sacramento gets a big old lump, and they distribute that lump within every single district. Now, you see with your own eyes who used the money the correct way, and who all, just like you said, we have people who look like us, but they cooning, they coming, they taking the money, and they putting the money in their pocket. They're not helping their people.
What would be her first initiative for the people? Mm-hmm.
The first initiative that she is getting involved in, and this is what I pushed as well, is accountability. Where is the money coming from? Who is the money going to? And how it's allocated within the divisions to make it work. But see, this is the issue that I have. Some places have more need than other places. So if you are getting the money distributed equally, how is the individuals who have the most need gonna thrive? Because if I have 7,000 here in District 2, just giving you real numbers, we have more unhoused than housed. Let that sink in. We have more unhoused people than people housed, right? But how is that? When you go to Elk Grove, Green Haven, all these individual places that get the same amount of money as us, they don't have that problem. You know why? Because if you're homeless on their streets, they kicking you out. They don't care what the law says. You're black, you're homeless. And if you're this, they call Tea Party whites the same as a black. They treat a poor white person, a drug offender, a sex offender, a homeless person inside of a tent. They look at that same as black.
So how are going to change it though? I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's for the money. The way that you can change it is this is the way that you're going to change it. This is the way that we're going to change it. I don't know about other places, but I know here in District 2, what we're going to do is we're going to make respite centers. We have a project going on right now with 500 units. We're going to have wraparound services. Wraparound services means that I could take you out for the levee right now and give you a place to stay. And I'll pay for it for a whole year for you. That money's coming out of our budget. But after that year, you're going to go back to that same street because you don't have financial literacy. You're going to go back to that same drug because you haven't had any drug rehabilitation. You don't know how to pay your bills because you don't know what it is to have a job because you never had a job in your life. So those wraparound services are what is needed. I don't know about everywhere else because, like I said, I was born and I was raised, and my work is here on the ground. So I don't know about everywhere else, but here we have to focus on healing our people first, because we got people walking around talking to themselves. They are infused by the devil. We have too many people that the devil has interjected. Our job here, your job, my job, every person's job on here is to save a life. That's why you're still here. That's why you ain't dead yet, because you still have a job. And that job is to teach every person that you come in contact with about the Most High and the things that he could do, and show them so they could be set free from the bondage that they're in. Now, your question was, how are we going to stop them? We're going to stop them by getting somebody in that office that ain't a politician, that's a community member, somebody that ain't went to school at Harvard to learn how to get past the law, as I say Trump does. Just get past that. None of that applies to them because they above the law. We got to get somebody that don't care about nothing. Their leadership comes from the Most High. The things that they do come from the Most High. Their steps and how they do things come from the Most High. That's why she's trying to get. Now, see, we need somebody that is willing to die for really what they believe in and is not wavered by $1. The reason that we're in the situation, because they get in humble, just like a celebrity. Look at these little girls that go into Hollywood. They come in innocent and they come out demons. They make sure they take all their clothes off. They make sure that they make sure that they're extorted in some sort of way, right? They go in wholesome, but they leave tainted. What we want to do is keep the politician or the individual, because I'm not going to call her a politician. She gets upset because she's not a politician. She's an individual in this community that cares about her community because she's been here. Her parents been here and her parents been here, and we haven't seen enough change.
What is she prepared to offer? Because, like, whether you want to be called a politician or not, behind closed doors, people make deals, right? Dirty contracts and clean contracts.
No dirty contracts, no endorsements. No endorsements. No endorsements at all. So that's the good thing. She has no endorsements. And we don't want any endorsements. That means that your money from your gas station, we don't need your money.
No, what I'm saying is, what is she prepared to offer? The government just don't. When a politician or whatever you want to call yourself go to Congress or the Senate, you have to come with a plan to ask for more money or they cut your budget. What is her plan saying that she can do what? Because we know all the problems, what all they do in rap music. We know all the problems. I just want to hear solutions. The problems I get all that. What is the plan? Like, one, we need to set up laws to stop.
Give an example.
We need one law we need to pass is to stop hiring people that don't live in your city, right? That would keep the money in your city, hire locals in your city. That's one.
Can't do that if there's no equality. If there's no equity in the community, there is no jobs in the community. Do you get that?
But, ma'am,
there's no equity in the community at all. So ain't no Walmart. There is no stores. There's nothing. It's just people that is selling dope and have to steal from the stores because they homeless and they don't have nothing. But there's no equity here. Now, I can't say from anywhere else, but there is no big grocery stores here.
But we know that. The problem is, like I said, when people come in our communities, you as a leader, the chairperson for the person's running for the city council, mayor, whatever she's running for, let's go to the people, tell them stop going to the shops that don't put back in their neighborhoods, because all we doing is sending their children to college, right? And they end up being your city council members and your mayors and all that, and so forth and so forth. So
it's funny because you know what? Because you know what? I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand that our people are sick. They don't think like that. They think that you're an op If you come to them and say anything about what they doing, you need to stay out of their business because they're not woke. They don't care about you, what you talking about. What they care about is what you got for me right now. And if you ain't got nothing for me right now, get out my face.
Well,
That's the reality.
Well,
That's what we deal with every day on these levees because my feet are on the ground. So it's not like I'm just saying stuff. I talk to people every day. I talk to masses of people. Not every day. That would be a lie.
So what's the plan to stop the people from saying you're an op? What I'm saying is, like yourself, you're not an op. I'm not an op. People on this line not an op. Let me finish. None of us are ops. What I'm saying is, what is the plan to get people to stop thinking like that and not preach to them, to get them to stop thinking like that and say, okay, you know what? I can get 15, I can get 20. We're going to boycott this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And stop trying to speak political far as like Mr. Nice Guy. It's okay to say you for your people. You're only 6%. Before you know it, you be 2%, you're out of there.
Right.
So what is the plan? I just don't want to hear any more like what our problem is.
Okay, the plan is to make people accountable for their behavior and what they have going on. But we also know that I'm gonna go back to here like I told everybody, and I got this from Brother Lawrence. He hasn't popped in yet, but I got this from him.
He's here.
Yeah, I see him. He ain't said
nothing yet. Thank you for taking my questions too, sister. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for letting me know.
But I'm gonna go to the book of Enoch in regards to your question. Okay, now it says, send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battles for lengths of days they shall not have. And no request that they or their fathers make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, that each one of them will live 500 years, right? So basically, my answer to you is, let them do whatever they're going to do. We're going to stand up as a people, and as us gaining the power of the Most High, what we're going to do is we're going to have that stuff. We're going to be used as vessels to push that energy to our people. Now, some people will grab it, and some people the bottom line, they just belong to the devil. It's just not going to work with them. Just like in Egypt, when he said to let he told them to let his people go. The bottom line is, it's just everybody just ain't gonna go. That's just the bottom line. Some people gonna go, some people gonna stay, some people gonna say you're crazy, some people not. So to me, just in my personal opinion, I feel that if they want to go to destruction and you give them light and they want to go to destruction, the word say we don't fight with them. We have to go to the next individual. We can't spend too much time on certain individuals who just don't get it. They don't want to get it. Their mind is already tarnished and they just belong to the devil. Just like we were born in regards to the blood of the Most High and of Yeshua, there was also another birth. And we all know that he separated the light from the dark. So there's just like we were born of him, there's people born of the other man as well, the other being as well. And sometimes, like you said, those beings come to us like they're one of us, but they're not. So we just let them do what they do, and we make sure that we do what we need to do. That's all I have to say about all of it. I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak and to tell you really what's going on in my section here in Sacramento. We have unhoused that are here more than the housed individuals. We have a fluctuation of drug use amongst our young people. We've had 210 deaths here in Del Paso Heights from fentanyl itself, killing the young people. The young people are doing drugs. It's okay to do the drugs as far as they're concerned. They sing about it in the rap music. They sing about it, you know, that's their thing. That's what's popular, doing the drugs. And it's crazy because,
can I interject for a second? Quick point. What's up with that gang culture? Is that gang culture in your area of California? The Bloods and the Crips, are they there too?
Yeah, the good thing about our gang culture here in Sacramento, in our district, we have an organization called Brother to Brother. This organization is for individuals who have had these issues, gang violence. These are gang leaders. These are people who had gang enhancements. These are the drug dealers, not the petty drug dealers, the ones who got the bricks and all that. They've joined in collaboration to clean up our section. So we haven't had a whole bunch of shootings and stuff like that because these brothers they're literally on the streets. It's a whole bunch of them. And they are reaching out to the community in regards to it being our community. They're reaching out to these young men in regards to what's important and giving them the stories on how they did 25 years in the penitentiary, how they went there and witnessed their roommate go out and hearing the screams in the hallway of other men being raped. They talk about that to our youngsters to get them kind of on the page of healing. So right now, I can say, knock on wood, but right now, the gang activity here in my district, which is Del Paso Heights, majority Bloods. We got a few Crip sets here. We have the Asian here. They call the OB Oriental boys. They have all the artillery and stuff like that. It's been pretty quiet. Our rate of crime has gone down since Brother to Brother and the Wellness Center has interacted. The Wellness Center is a center for women. These are women that need help. They have CPS cases. They're selling drugs. They're stealing out of stores, and they got their kids with them. Stuff like that. Gina Warren, which is the head of that, another Black woman who's also a member of the NAACP with myself and the New Black Panther Party with myself. She runs that organization over there. And what they do is they feed the homeless, but they also provide those services that I was talking about, which is the wraparound services. These services go to where you are. So if you live in a tent, and if it's a Section 8 list that open, their team goes to your tent and signs you up right then for the low income or non-traditional housing situations.
Is there a program set up? Is there a program set up to teach us how to do for self and to look out for self? Because everything I'm hearing is my mother was on welfare. I was on food stamps myself one time. Myself, things happen. The people that's poor, Black people who are vested in this country. I understand all that, but and I agree. The issue that I take is that it's like with the gang thing, right? We can say, well, I hear about what happened in prison, but it's like sex. We know there's disease out here. Somebody might get pregnant, but we still do it because it's a need. So people need jobs. People need education. People need to know how to make a community, right? And only deal with people and let people in our community. That's what I would like to hear because, like I said, these other
based
people
on his free will,
will come. These other people will come in the community, buy a section, set up a store. Our people run there, or come to our schools free of charge, like the so-called immigrants, aliens, whatever you want to call them. Go to our schools, and we support all that. We let everybody come in and take.
Because you're not doing it. We're not doing it in this community. We're not doing it. So, in order for that to happen, you have to have a need. You have to be able to get people who have Black stores. They don't have Black stores. You know why the Iranian comes here? You know the Iranian comes here and they set up a store here. You know why we buy our hair from the Asian instead of buying our hair from the Black Nubian queen? It's because, you know what? The Black woman, the Black man didn't do the business. They didn't do it. They're too busy smoking weed, kicking it, going to the club, and living in month by month. They're not putting their monies together. What we're seeing is that the Latino community, they will put all their monies together. They will live in one house, and they will put all their monies together to build a business. Black people can't get along with each other, let alone to unite to build business. So the first thing that you have to do first is educate and literacy. That it could be in life literacy, life coach. It could be in financial literacy, financial coach. It could be, but all of it stems from education, right? You see individuals who have a whole bunch of pieces of paper that say that they have a PhD, but they work at Ross, right? So you have to look at what it's going to take to engage these individuals. What vices is stopping them from even caring about if they have a place to live, or even caring about if they have a business that looks like them, or even caring that they have police officers that look like them. The chief of police here, I talked to her. You know why she said we don't have black officers? It's because black officers don't apply. You know why we don't have black sergeants? Because black sergeants don't apply. That's why. If you were to put yourself in those positions, you would see individuals that look like you, but they're too busy doing other things that they feel, because they're in a matrix. They feel like other things are more important. So that's where their ideals go. That's what they rather put an ideal on how to rob the bank than to make a bank. So that's where we come in at. We have to change this within our people. And in regards to laws, you said what you're going to do and what laws are going to be, what needs to be taken in order for this to happen. I felt accountability. So right now I have a petition. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I have a petition up right now, and I'll be able to send you guys all the petition. It's a petition to amend or recall Proposition 47. And the reason that I put a petition, the reason that I put up the petition to recall or amend Proposition 47, because it's giving our people an avenue to not be successful.
What is Proposition 47? Please enlighten us.
Okay, let me go. I'm going to go with the direct definition. Give me one moment so I can Google the direct definition. That way we're all on the same page. One moment, please.
Yeah, see, now I like this forum. I like these questions that are being asked because, we got to stop following madness. Now, what I'm going to say is, look, come on out. Look, first of all, we got to acknowledge the fact that this black and brown coalition was nothing but a sham, scheme, scam, con, and hustle. First and foremost, we're going to get that out the way right now. And unfortunately, a lot of our people, the problem with our people today is that this is it. We have still too many civil rights, what I call civil rights fossils and schemers and scammers and black boule. I'm going to bring it out there. I'm going to jump all the way out there. Sellouts too determined to work for people that are not us, being able to come in and do what they do. See, we got to stop selling out our own interests. See, when I look at John Singleton and Nipsey Hussle, okay, when they were out there in Cali, bringing together and galvanizing all the gangs. So, John Singleton was all heavy against the whole issue of gentrification going back to the day when he bought out Boys in the Hood. Okay, it was John Singleton who was financing Nipsey Hussle and that whole coalition of bringing the gangs together to come out from the violence, come out from all the foolishness that was put in there by the United States government by way of the COINTELPRO counterintelligence program. And you see how both John Singleton and Nipsey Hussle wound up dead. Okay, you had Nipsey Hussle get gunned down by that, I forget his name. What's his name?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Eric Holder. Now, Eric Holder. I won't even use his the other name he went by, but Eric Holder. As soon as he had killed that man, killed Nipsey, and you had Christopher Darden, from the OJ, that coon from the OJ Simpson case.
As soon as they killed Nipsey, he said that the government gave him $50,000 to kill Nipsey.
Actually, sister, he blurted out that the United States government paid him $75,000.
Oh, I thought it was 50.
No, he said $75,000.
Yes, to kill Nipsey Hussle. He didn't want us to have any information in regards to what Dr. Sebi was talking about, because that would take out the pharmaceutical corporations, and the pharmaceutical corporations is the biggest corporation in the world.
And this is exactly why. Okay, not only Nipsey, not only John Singleton, Kobe Bryant. Why did Kobe Bryant get hit? I'm gonna call it because I wouldn't know if you believe he went up in a damn helicopter and goddamn pitch freaking fog you out of your mind. No, Kobe had already scored.
Look, the Illuminati does that with everyone.
But Kobe was going against a major league pharmaceutical company, blocking their whole pitch to pushing his Black Mamba brand of sports and all kinds of other things on the Black community without paying their dues. Kobe was also put into effect a business plan to help the community, help the people, help our people, and he gets unalive the next time you look up. So we got to look at the fact that, yo, man, J. Edgar Hoover is long dead, but the counterintelligence program is still in full effect. How do you explain in Chicago, you got Brandon Johnson and that whole, his whole crony and his whole system being run and controlled by Joe Biden and company and the Democrat? We got to look at this. Look at this. This is a deep, deep game. But
Actually goes all the way to England, my brother. We done a show on that where they gave these contracts of 57 million and almost $1 billion, and we looked up and we followed the money. It goes all the way back to the people over in England. They running this pharmaceutical business in America, Europe, parts of Asia, and that's why they set up over in Chicago, New York, and it's all coming out of Europe, and it's, brother, it's deep. So it's bigger than it's even bigger than Biden. It's going all the way back to Europe, and what it is it's another form of FEMA, right? It's called it's a world health business or plan, whatever they call it, and they all over the world. They setting up shop everywhere. They buying out all the insurance companies.
Why we haven't heard from
everything.
Posse.
They buying out everybody. That's what's going on in Chicago. The black mayor, yeah, he sold out, but he's under pressure. He's under pressure by the people.
They'll kill you. They'll kill you.
Yeah,
they will kill you if I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just like so excited about this because I know they will kill you. It's just that simple. This they will kill you once you get and do anything against what's going on with the elite. As far as they're concerned, unless you have a covenant over you, they're coming for you. They're coming for the truth because see. The devil can't live in truth. He can't thrive in truth. So once you put that truth out there, he don't like that. And his main objective is to silence that truth. This is all through history. This ain't this in one situation or another situation. It's in general. It applies to everything. Once you say truth on what they talking about, they put everything out there. Even
can you give us that 47? You say 47?
It's I put it in the chat over. It's already in here in the private chat area over there where you can put the words at. What I put is the information in regards to Proposition 47. The reason that I'm amending it is because it's not holding people accountable. I have a problem with going outside my door and going to my local Walmart and seeing an individual outside when I got my grandkids and he's sitting there smoking crack. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with, I'm going down the road and there's a man naked flaunting around with his genitalias hanging out the bottom of his drawers with my grandkids. And I have a problem with, because I'm a business owner as well. So I don't do retail. Okay. I have a security company. Okay, where we do events, and I have a janitorial and cleaning company to where we do residential and commercial cleaning. So I'm a business owner myself, but I'm looking at my friends who are business owners that spent their life savings on opening up a store in the communities to help their people, and not just the tyrants. I'm gonna call them tyrants. I'm not even gonna give them the good thing to even call them Negroes. I'm gonna call them tyrants, come into their store 5 and 6 at a time and overpower her and take everything out of her store. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with nobody going to jail for doing that. So I have a problem with, you get 15 years or a life for murder. You done took a child, raped the baby, killed the baby and did all this to the baby, and because the jails are full, they're gonna let your ass out. I got a problem with that. So this proposition says you don't have to steal $950 from me. Okay, you going to jail if you come in my store, or I'm gonna at least hold you accountable to where there's some type of reimbursement when you come in and just smash everything in my store. You're gonna be held accountable for that. Right now, if it's $950 or less, right, you just getting a ticket, and you going back home to do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
Would that not affect people? And I'm gonna do what they say, people of color, because the people who will steal and they shouldn't are people who are poor, especially young.
No, wrong. That's wrong.
Or mentally
I'm not saying
challenged
that.
a little bit that will come in there gang loaded, gang ho, and run and snatch.
These are children. Let's talk about that. That's wrong. That's wrong. This is within the young generation. These people have parents. These people, a lot of these people are wealthy and want to get in, because you have to understand, that's why we get kids from Elk Grove and all that. It's enticing to come to a place that has the best school. We sending all the kids to the NFL, to our school is a real prominent school here in Del Paso High. So people come from everywhere to go to the school. They get inner city transfers from everywhere to go to the school. This is what we're seeing. You would think, sir, you would think that these are the individuals that's doing it. The individuals, because that would make more sense, right? You're hungry, so you're gonna go into a grocery store and you're gonna steal a whole bunch of meat and stuff. You're gonna use some of it, and then you're gonna sell some of it so you can have a little bit of money for later. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is for a person to have a car, a house, and everything that they have, and the only thing they want is designer stuff. And them and their crime partners are coming together to rob, steal, and cheat you out of yours. Not because they're hungry. This is called greed. This has nothing to do with need. This has everything to do with greed. Nothing to do with need, just greed. If I could see if these people was going in there and taking an apple because they're hungry and they want to eat. No, these people is going for your safe. These people are snatching down cameras. These people are taking all the merchandise to sell on the street.
That's because maybe they need money. That's what I'm saying. It's not greed. They need some people, and I'm not saying it's right by doing that. What I'm saying is, like, somebody come in there and steal 40 pair of jeans, the same size, same pants. Obviously, they're not selling 40 pair of the same jeans for themselves. They're stealing to sell. Right. So like you said earlier, and I agree with you 99% about we need education reform on that to help educate our children. But we also, like, I live in Washington, D.C. I don't know if you heard of the great Marion Barry, right? They try to criticize him because of this thing with the crack thing with the woman in the hotel. But that man set up programs that help the people in his city. That's why they call it Chocolate City, because everybody gravitated here, because we got not just janitor jobs. We was chief of police, mayor, firehouse chief, you name it. We was everything doing it here, and still is somewhat. So the issue but what I would suggest is that sometimes you have to say, yes, I'm for my race. And sometimes people gonna say you're discriminating. Well, they can say what they want to say. You have to keep, if they're not investing in our community, right, some type of initiative to be drawn up where they can't do that. Like Marion Barry, he would have.
This is not our community. This is not our community. This is the Latinos community.
Well, maybe we need to get the hell out of here. Last point is, like, when Marion Barry, if somebody wanted, like, to build a stadium here, or they building condos here, he would have to say we have to be 40% affordable units. If you want to any stores that be built here, it have to be 60% people that live here you have to hire. Construction have to be 80% of the people here you hire. These are the initiatives that have to be taken forward so we can keep the money in our neighborhood.
We have that. But then this is what we get with that. This is where it goes back to equity. There's no equity here. So you say, well, you know what? If you want to put your store here, Like, for instance, real life situation. We have a trucking company that's moved into a residential neighborhood. A trucking company. So we got these big 18-wheelers that's
Who
going
neighborhood?
my neighborhood.
Black.
My neighborhood.
Is it black owned?
No, this company is owned by Arabs. Okay. So now, yeah, we taxed them. There's a higher tax for them, right? But who's to say, because the land belonged to a white man. The land that they went on belonged to the white man. So the white man said they could do whatever they want because it's my land. They moved an industrial situation in a residential neighborhood. So that just shows that it's on whoever it is. See, now we could say, in order for you to come into our area, you would have to do this, but you have to understand, in this area, we have no word. We have no say so because we only 6%. So if we say that and the Asians come, which is 40%, and they say, no, we want to do this with that, they're going to win that. Period. That's just how the politics go. It goes by numbers. So unless we could get some, in regards to the housing, I want to talk about that because that's something that is happening right now. This is something that's going to be on the ballot. This is something that is called equity.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that about housing and equity. And in essence, what you said is y'all 6%, and the other part of it is of different ethnicities. Correct.
Correct.
So if you don't have the equity, then
the equity is coming from them, and then they're putting their people on. So we have stores. They all Mexican. We have stores. They all Iranian.
Well, it's not,
and they won't hire blacks.
But because it's not ours.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not ours. So either pack up, leave, or do something, because obviously they're gonna keep building in a neighborhood that's not yours. Because you don't, if you're on Section 8 and all that, and or they call the projects, and you don't own it, they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Right. But see, I'm in a position to where that's not me. I own my home, so I'm not leaving nowhere. My job is here.
If you got a house, own it. Now I wouldn't leave my property. No, hell no.
I'm not gonna rent it either.
No,
I'm gonna sit right here, and I'm gonna get out here with my feet and my boots on the ground, and I'm gonna do the Most High's work. I ain't going nowhere. The war is right here, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving.
No,
if you can't pay taxes, you don't own it.
Well, I still pay taxes.
Exactly.
The bank own it. The bank own it. And I'm not leaving.
I want to hold on. I want to read something real fast. I've been listening for a few minutes. Peace to the panel. Peace to everybody on the panel.
Welcome.
I want to read something to do. How you do? What's up, baby Hebrew? What's up, baby Hebrew?
How you guys?
How y'all doing? Yes, sir. I want to read some Deuteronomy 28 and 15 to 20. It said, everybody here is a Bible believer, correct? You believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
I'm an Israelite, most definitely, brother. I believe we are the chosen people of God. I believe
the Bible. He said the Bible, not the Israelite.
They most are blessed.
Real talk. I believe.
Okay, well, thank you, brother. Well, let me read something to you then. Because if you don't understand this, then there must be something wrong with your comprehension or your understanding as to what everybody's up here complaining about. Because the last time I checked, the California prison system is on the stock market. So this Proposition 47 and everything was put into full effect for a reason. It's not for the season, it's for a reason. Deuteronomy 28:15 says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe to do all his commandments. Somebody mute up.
I can't hear him, man. I can't hear him read. Mute up.
Deuteronomy 28:15 says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city. Cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall thou be in thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall thou shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of the land, the increase of the kine, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursings, vexations, and rebuke, in all that setteth thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doing, which thou hast forsaken me. So what I'm saying is, if we all Bible believers here and we all believe that who we are, who we say we are, that these things that's going on with us within these, especially these urban communities, they shouldn't be a surprise. So when I'm sitting here listening about this Prop 47, which is an urban community, I find it ironic that, that this law goes for everybody, but yet the prison is full of blacks.
Correct.
The California prison system is on the stock market. So for me to have a store, if I had a store in California, and for me to be wanting to put people in jail, all I'm doing is contributing to their plan in the first place.
Correct.
So so what you're doing, sis, I was listening to you. What you're doing is you're just contributing to a game that really doesn't belong to you. And like the brother just said, as long as you're paying taxes, you really don't own anything, because that's the game they play. You're a glorified runner.
I know what I'm doing in regards to this. I know that it's not mine because I didn't pay all the money for it. So in regards to mortgage, that's basic information. I already know that.
Hold on, it ain't mortgage.
I know what mortgage means. I know what mortgage means.
No, I didn't mention mortgage. You can have zero mortgage, it's still ain't yours because you owe taxes.
Well, you can't own this land because the land don't belong to us.
So
we know that.
Nothing you own.
Okay, so what does that have to do with our people? My land that is owned or not owned? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're talking about my personal investments. That's none of your business. Let's talk about the investment that you could put into your people.
It's not yours. That's the point I'm making.
Okay, I know what a mortgage is. I'm educated on what a mortgage is. Why are you telling me that?
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
And why are you worried about if it's hers or not?
Anybody, Lioness, hold on. Anybody coming in on this forum, please understand. Don't come in here with no energy that's going to throw off this vibration. Everything that we got going on is not absolutely ours. But the fact of the matter is that when you hear a voice out here trying to make things right, come supporting that. Okay?
Correct.
I don't want to, and Benny Brand, you're right. I get Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, but brother, you know what? I keep pointing out to everybody,
Correct.
Read up above the 15th chapter, the 15th verse. From 1 to 15, we were given a choice on how to make it right and do right. And brother, I've been in an organization where we amassed $10 million. And the only reason that we are cursed is because you got among our people knuckleheads who keep choosing the 53 verses of curses, because there's 68 verses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. From 1 to 15, the Lord gave us the keys to the spiritual, intellectual, emotional, social, political, economic, and military power, all for all time, if we did just the basic, keeping it right. But our problem is we got too many of us, as JT called the show, that want to follow madness, man. We keep making the wrong choices. So I don't want to lean on the curse issue, because we only curse because we got too many people making the wrong choice. But I'm glad you pulled that verse, that chapter, and those verses. But see, to the brother,
when you done, I got something to say when you finish.
Brother, look, bottom line is, hold up. No, none of us own anything outright, but at least with her coming, I'm glad she came on today. I'm glad that I'm getting an absolute education on not only what's happening in her sector of Cali, but now this also goes into what's happening here where I'm at, New York, New Jersey. You got Delaware, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and on. This is, and we have to we got to now make an all-out effort to counteract that. At least she's trying, man.
Yep.
So don't come in here with this about what she don't freaking own. At least she does. She's trying. Damn, man.
Her foot is on the ground. Look, I ran Clinton campaign. So and people say, why you do that, right? Well, I wanted to, right? And I'm be honest with you, it helped me grow in a political area when I was doing what I was doing at that time for the Democratic Party. I don't socialize with that too much anymore, but it can help. You know, it depends on, like, say, who's in office, but you have to be like a rude boy, a rude girl. You know, have to do that. So I admire what the sister doing. As far as owning anything, nobody owns anything. Nobody. Because at the end of the day, government, they call it, when they want to take something from you, I forgot what they call it. And they just move because they want to build a road. They just take your shit.
Foreclosure.
Yeah. No, it's not foreclosure.
Hold on.
Eminent domain. Real quick. They call it eminent domain or something like that, where you come and just take it.
It's called eminent domain when an individual or a company wants to, and they acquire the land, your dwelling cannot be on that land. So I know that I'm educated.
Right, exactly. So I'm agreeing with you, sister.
They can take your house. Yeah, so I want to say something. I just want to respond to listen, my thing is not, I don't care about the ownership. Hold
on. I want to say something. Because what we not going to do is find something we disagree with and then come in here and attack it. She said a whole bunch of stuff. Where was your antennas? Where was you at? And what you're not going to do is pick something that you can argue with, because this is not the platform for it. If you can't find something that she said to build with it, then you don't need to be here. And there's certain people that I just came up in, that I allowed just to come up in there, I already knew was coming up in there just to ask questions instead of just finding something that they can build in. What, ain't nobody doing nothing to add with it. Nothing. All you did was come up in here. I'm talking to certain people. I'm gonna name you, just us. Don't come up in here like that, because this is not the flow for that. Okay? And anybody else that want to sit there and pick and choose, look how the way she's talking. You focus on the wrong things.
How she's talking? What's wrong with the way she talking?
I have no idea what she's talking.
What the hell wrong with the way she talking?
I know, right? Hold on. You know what I mean?
I want to say something real quick.
I want to say that Karima been knowing me ever since we was 6 years old. So she knows personally that I've come a long, long, long way from selling dope and selling other people's pussy and doing all kinds. I've come a long way. I've come a very, very, very long way. I used to be the problem that I'm talking about. I used to be the problem that I'm talking about.
Can I say something quick?
And I changed my life for the Most High.
Don't let him be discouraged, sister.
Can I say something quick?
All I say is that nobody online. That's true.
I'm not going to sit there and allow somebody to be focused on how somebody's coming and trying to dissect one thing that a person said that they don't like. And I'm going to keep saying that every day.
Mm-hmm.
When I notice you and you come in here and try to target a certain thing to try to correct somebody on a certain thing, and you couldn't just find something that you could have dealt with or add to, we all going through the same problems.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? Hey, brother, I was agreeing with the sister. We were truly.
Let me jump in. Q,
let me. The person on around here.
I'll let you do. Just let me jump in, Q. She done. The problem is when you see somebody come on here that's bringing solutions to the table. Now, everybody on here gonna have their disagreements on certain things. But if somebody coming in on the platform, bringing solutions to the problem, our ears need to be open. Amen. We know we don't own nothing in this country. Man. The problem, one of the main problems is in this country with our people is you done been beat down by the system. Why the hell do you still believe in the damn system? That's beating your ass down. If we're not coming on this platform to bring a solution to the problem, then none of us need to be on here. All right? Now, we don't need nobody coming on here attacking her for the information that she bringing out, because it's good information. You understand what I'm saying? It's about, one more, I'll let you get in, whoever coming in. It's about working together. See, the problem is, if we would have worked together as a people from the beginning, and we would have listened to the blueprint the Lord laid upon us, we would have never fell by the hands of the Most High to these nations. You understand? So it's time now.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Right, I'll let you. I'll just one more. I'll let you. Whoever coming in there. We need to work together If we work together, we are strong people if we work together. But if we have discord, we ain't gonna never rise under our thinking. It's time to listen to the Father and the Son. Because I'm gonna say this too. One more. We don't have what it takes to change the system as we want it changed. Because we have to have a great power come in here and overthrow all that's wrong and set up all that is right.
Say it again.
So it's time.
Man.
So it's time that we put trust in our faith in the one that created us, and stop believing in the BS of this society that's always been against you. Next.
Hey, JT, let me say something in closing real quick. I promise 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I'm out. I enjoyed the conversation. I don't, like I say, I agree with 99% of sisters say. You know, we're all not monolithic. We don't believe the same thing. And we was having a good build. The other brother that read the scripture, I respect what he read. The other brother, I'm just going to keep it 100, man. You came in a little kind of messing everything. We was having a good dialogue. But I want to read something to the brother that I felt like came in a little discourse about we own something. And then when the brother said we live in the Bible, and my brother said, JT said, I'm an Israelite. He said the Bible, not the Israelite. Well, I want to read this to you right here, brother. This is Romans chapter 9, right? Verse 1 and 4. I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Ghost. Verse 4. Now I'm just gonna keep on reading. Verse 2. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Verse 4, brother, when you say, he said, believe in the Bible, he said, yeah, I'm Israelite. And you said, she ain't said about Israelite. Verse 4 says, who are Israelites to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. So don't come here with confusion, brother. This sister, and the way she speak, I love it. She can go to me in a fancy restaurant or on the goddamn street because she's going to speak and she's going to come with heart. And she's fighting with heart as a woman. Don't come down to her like that.
Yo, listen, we
hold on, I'm almost done.
Hold on, brother. Hold on 1 second. I just wanted to let her know, right? I just wanted to let her know before everybody came in and they was giving all their opinions and stuff like that. Where I was going with this is that there's a blueprint out there of a book that I read. It's called The Jewish State by Theodore Herzl. And it talks about a situation. Yeah, it talks about it's amazing because it talks about those people as a whole and a plan that they use in order to get to the position they are at now as a whole. So when we're talking collectively about our people and the problem that we're having, there is a blueprint out there.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm listening about the other.
No. Yeah, I know. I just.
What's the name of the book again? What's the name of the book again?
It's called The Jewish State by Theodore Herzl, and it lays out. It lays out step by step how those people became on top and not the bottom like our people. That's where I was going with this. Into what Chance Wiseman was doing. Those people did something collectively as a whole. And it's amazing. When you read this book, sis, it's going to blow your mind. Because the same exact situation that we're in right now, if you want to prosper here collectively, you got to see what these people did as a whole.
Running.
And I'm talking about everybody was on one accord. Sis, I'm not kidding you. Everybody was on one accord. And it was like all planned out all the way down to their financial systems and having their own banks. To where they had other nations, to where they had other nations dependent on them. And that's the problem because right now, the situation that you was explaining, from me reading this book, it was telling me that, you know, it's almost like the drug dealer can't be a drug dealer without the customer. Right now, the African Americans are the customers.
Yes.
So they can't have us in any other kind of prosperous state because we contribute the most money to the economy. So if they lose it's impossible to lose. They don't want to do nothing to lose our customer. They want to keep us down and want to keep serving you.
And they'll do everything to do it.
Absolutely, even kill you.
Yes.
So when you get a chance, sis, I need you to get that book. It's called The Jewish State by Theodore Herzl. It's amazing from the beginning to the end. You won't believe.
Somebody got to mute up.
You will not believe it, sis. I'm talking about from the beginning and end, all the way down to how they can even move a people into another country and take it over. But everybody would have to be on one accord to accomplish it.
And this is something that I'm working on now is dealing with companies, my new Microsoft company, and my main objective is to recruit a lot of Black engineers. But I'm recruiting is anybody I can who wants to hop on.
My son is a Black engineer.
Oh,
Clovis,
okay.
come up here. Oh, he's not here yet. Yeah, my son is a Black engineer. My son-in-law, he's 23 years old.
Oh, congrats.
Yes, he has his certification. We have 3 college students here that's coming from universities across California. I have one that is a truck driver, operator, and owner. And yeah, those are the kids. So we put what I'm saying I've already put into the children to try to make them successful. What program do you have? Let me know about that program, because we're raising scholars here. We're raising kings here. So whatever information that you have, I give it to me, and I'll also share some information about the Tuskegee Airmen Aviation Program for the children.
Yeah, I would like to put that out there where I could get that out there so we can recruit more Black engineers. So, but I'm recruiting anybody, but my aim is to get more Black engineers, Black people.
What school or what platform are you using to do so?
Oh, I'm at Richland College. It's Richland College now. So, but they going way big. It's all.
Where's that located?
Oh, it's located in Richardson, Texas. That's where I'm at right now in school. But I'm getting ready to start my program, start my own business.
Do you have a 501c9 already, or no?
No. I'm wondering, do you guys know how I could start that up? Get that?
I can help you with that.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll give you my contact information in the chat, and I can help you with starting your business and getting all of the information needed in order to get your EIN number and everything that you're going to need to move forward. I do that here. I have a resource page called Resources for Single Parents, where I've helped single individuals get on their feet by providing information about education, training, and things that they could do for their children. You guys could feel free to follow that on Facebook. It's been up since 2010. I have 5,000 followers.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, because I'm looking to
you see, you never know who you're gonna meet. Right, you never know what they are capable of or what things that they go through. I used to be here in my area, and I used to sell dope.
Oh,
I used to sell dope. I used to sell other people's bodies. I used to do all kind of stuff until I went under that water.
You was a madam?
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Before
can I say something quick? What's the team? Yeah, can I say this quick? And I'll let you hold it down again. What's the teen pregnancy problem? Is there a teen pregnancy problem out where you at in that area?
The teen pregnancy went down by 46% here. What's good here is that these kids are looking at these other kids and saying, we don't have no time for no kids. There's more people going to college. There's more people going to vocational schools. Here in our district, we had 49 valedictorians last year. These are individuals of 4.0 or better here in our neighborhood. So we just like I said, our feet are on the ground. Our boots are on the ground. We're not just talking and on podcasts. We're outside. And I used to be a problem until I realized that I was part of the problem. I was part of the problem. Karima, I tell you, I was part of the problem.
She know, and she know me. You feel me? I was part.
Yeah, we was part of the problem.
Dope. a day in my life, but I sold the
Yeah.
shit. And I
Yeah.
told my story.
Yeah. Yeah. In mass amounts. In mass amounts. Yeah, across the country. But let me tell you something. Something came into me and told me that you are working for the wrong individuals. When I went into the shower that day, I was in the shower. Something came through me and said, you prayed to me and you told me that you wanted me to heal your woes. This is what the voice came to me, and I didn't know where the voice came from. I don't care what nobody believes or don't believe. I'm telling you what happened to me and my testimony.
Amen.
So I was in the shower, taking a shower, cleansing my body. And I was praying and I was crying because I had something on my mind. I was crying about it. And let me tell you something. He listens to your tears.
Man.
So I was in there and he said, you know what? You say that you want your life to change, but you're talking about your pastor because your pastor asking you for a whole bunch of money. I felt that I couldn't afford to go to church. So I said, I'm going to make a promise to you. I will never sell dope again. I will never contribute to the destruction of my people ever again in life. Take care of me. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone. I have not worked a conventional job in 15 years. I own 2 companies. The little piece of property that that in my mind could go to my children and their children and their children if they could keep up the bills. Right? I did that. And then instead of leaving my neighborhood and starting somewhere fresh where nobody liked me, I repented to the individuals that did know me and let them know what I did and what I sold to you was wrong. And this day is a new day. And that was 10 years ago. I haven't stopped since. My feet been on the ground ever since. I feel like I have the power to use this council person as a vessel for what God wants. So I use it. I push my vision. I push everything through that vessel for my people. And I ain't leaving because God said your job is right there. Amen. You don't leave where the tyrant is taking over. You stand in the middle of where the tyrant is taking over and say, you know what? And you work from the inside out, just like a virus. And that's what I am. I'm a virus of the Most High.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
No, that's it.
And with that being said, time out. Now, a quick induction. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now privileged, okay, to be listening to one of the most dynamic Black media platforms out there, the Lions Den. I need for you, as you're coming in and you're listening, to smash up the likes. Hit them up. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Okay? Show your appreciation in that area. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. And let it be known that there are people out here who understand the sacrifice that we make it. Now, myself and Yeshaya Da, again, we give thanks to the Lord in Christ from whom all thoughts flow, for allowing us to have the talent and the ability that we have to make our contribution here. And as you can see, in the Lions Den, what I don't know, what JT don't know, somebody somehow is sent who does know to come in here and lend their statesmanship or stateswomanship to this great platform. So see, it's like this here. JT knows something, I know something, the sister here knows something, Karima knows something, Jeremiah Judah knows something. So you know what, Benny Brand, he knows something. Everybody who on this panel and out there and we talking, you all out there in Lions Den land, you now have the pleasure of listening to a bunch of know-it-alls because somebody knows something. And again, always take advantage of what you're hearing here, but don't take it for granted. We want you to get up off your duff and be a solution, bring a solution. See, we all have our dark side, if you will, and we all now been coming into we are now in the light. And
testimony.
It ain't fun. It ain't your testimony. And it's not, it ain't fun. It ain't easy, but we doing it. So the bottom line is, once again, you're tuned into the Lions Den. Smash up the likes, hit them up, hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And with that, whoever wants to go in, come on in right about now.
Yeah, when my bail was $1,085,000 and I ain't killed nobody, I knew it was time to give up.
That's a miracle.
Man.
It was a long haul, and we had really good days and really good times in that world. Because let me tell you, a lot of things why a lot of people won't come over on this side. It's fun being a tyrant. It's exciting being a tyrant. It's exciting doing the devil's work. That's why they don't want to come and do nothing else. They like doing what they do. If you could tell if you talk to a drug dealer and you tell a drug dealer, or let me go back to not even a drug dealer. Let's talk about.
Can I say something quick? What you basically saying? I'll let you get it back. What you basically saying is doing the devil's work is easy work.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's almost. You could do it with one hand. You don't have to be educated to do it. You don't have to have morals to do it. You don't have to stand on nothing to do it.
That's right.
It's easy.
You don't even realize
you put your morals to the side when you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a drug dealer sell crack to his own mama? If you haven't seen that, then you're not part of my real reality.
That's right.
Okay? So I don't know if we the same or if I'm different. Because I'm real. Okay? Ain't nothing about me plastic. I'm going to put it out there because that's what it is. However you judge it, that's however you judge it.
And see, you know what? But that's the spirit, though, because that's why the name, when the brother Yeshua was hit with the inspiration to call this show what it is. Our people will follow man and shit. That's the whole theme of the show. See, it's easy. It's too easy, and that's why our people don't want the responsibility. Your whole theme throughout this entire. What's your name again, sister? I'm sorry.
My name is Tawana.
Sister Tawana, the whole theme, the whole time that you were running down what you were running down, you kept using one word that stands out for me: accountability. See, the problem is we don't want the responsibility, but now the reins of responsibility are being forced on us. See, with white America and all other aspects of America falling the way they're falling and going into the abyss they're going into, we're being forced now to take the reins of responsibility. We got to come out. We're being forced out the madness. Now, the way I look at it, we can't save everybody. We got to understand some people going to have to be left behind.
Because they doing the other man's work. They belong to the other one. They don't belong to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was out there doing what I was doing, you right, sister, I was having a real grandiose high time doing the evil, okay? Because it felt like I was free, being able to have money at my fingertips when I wanted it, how I wanted it. Yo, the seduction is definitely there, but see, the price you pay later on, that's what's being
death.
That's what's hidden from you. See, Suge Knight is paying a heavy price right about now. Okay, Tupac Shakur, Biggie, they all paid a heavy price in the grand scheme of things. Okay, and that's why I'm happy that we have been able to break through that fog and be here doing what we're doing right now. But see, we have to understand that we used to have our own businesses here in America. We had our own pull. But see, we had too many people on our team that sold us out. So we got to get this sellout climate up out of here too. So we got
a lot of chiefs, and don't nobody want to be an Indian. Too many chiefs. Everybody want to be the one that's in charge, but don't nobody want to be the one to submit.
Well, I'm gonna say, excuse my language. I'm gonna say, not my language. Excuse me. I'm gonna say that a lot of people don't want to take the low road. All right. Now, if the Most High give a man, hell, he could give a woman too, the spirit to lead, that person that he put in that position, that's the one to lead. Because not everybody gonna be a leader. Not everybody have the time to be a leader.
Or
not everybody can take,
or the strength or the back. See,
yeah.
You have to have a strong back. A strong back.
Mentality too.
Yeah, to be a leader.
And another thing too is if you don't have the spirit to lead, you ain't gonna lead no way.
Amen.
So it's all about having the inclination, the discipline.
That's a fact, brother.
And where you gonna get that from? And who's the only individual? Who's the only being that could give you that? Where you gonna get that from? Hello. Where you gonna get that from? Now we're talking. Yes.
Can I say something? Can I say something quick? I'm gonna let you get it. Let me say something quick.
Jay, I need for you to hold it down. I want to say this.
I got it. We got it.
It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna have to leave up out of here, but it's been an absolute pleasure, Sister Tawana. Thank you very much for your powerful stateswomanship and testimony. And you all have a beautiful day. You know, I won't say Mary. Yeah,
anyway, we here.
just say Mary to be alive. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the people that are here, and also thank you for this being alive. This is the day that we tell our children and our family, our friends, how much we love them, and make it about that.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
But I want to say, like, the theme of the show, what we talking about, everybody hitting points. Because I came up, the spirit came to me about a little more than 2 hours. Yeah, a little more than 2 hours ago, about maybe 10:30 my time, right? I was seeing Karima on Facebook, and I typed her out, and I said I got a new theme for a show, and the idea came to me. Now, what you talking about, everything you saying makes sense, but see, to a lot of our people, they ain't gonna pick up. You understand? A lot of our people gonna be left behind because they're not willing to listen. See, if you listen, you're always gonna learn. But if you take a blind ear or not wanting to listen, you ain't gonna never get it. And the problem with our people is a lot of them ain't gonna get it. 2/3 might not get it. See, you listening to a lady, a woman here, a sister here, that was a part of a world that she knew that was wrong, but her eyes was open to that world, that it was wrong, and she had enough guts to walk away. You understand? A lot of our people ain't got that spirit or that guts to walk away. Listen, if the devil offer you something, always remember one thing. It's a short term. You understand what short term is? It's not gonna last.
Yes.
He can never offer you, when the Most High say, I offer you everlasting life. Do y'all understand what everlasting life means? You never will depart.
Yes.
You never will leave this world. You'll never die, so to speak. He can't offer you that. And everything he offers you is always going to be a lie behind it to make you believe it. It's depending on how strong your mind is.
They shall think that they should live for 500 years that they shall not have. I read it directly from the word. They feel like they should live 500 years. They feel like tomorrow is promised.
That's it. They walking around with their nose stiffed up, their heads stuck up in the sky like they all this and that. And
that's why it's important to do the work now. Do the work now. The time is now. Time is now. The time is now.
Can I say something quick? I'll let you get the floor back. The Bible says the stars shall fall from heaven. All of these people that we look up to and admire, they falling. They about to crash.
Yep.
Now there's some stuff on TD Jakes, that he was down with P. Diddy and them sick parties.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey was using a lot of black actors like they was trash. I'm gonna say it like this. It's all good to have money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with having it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people that we know that got that money, none of them got that money by doing right. You understand?
They
Exactly.
get that
Majority of
money
them,
and they still do wrong with it, and they use it to cover up the things that will come to the light anyway.
yep, you
Yep.
100% on that. You know what I'm saying?
100.
And I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say this. The Lord know that we as a people ain't gonna never come together as one body, one mind, one heart, one soul. He already know that ain't gonna never happen.
That's why Revolutions is there.
That's it.
Revelations. That's why it's there. He said,
And that's why also, I'm gonna let you get back. That's why he also said a small remnant. It's a small number of people that's gonna get it. You dig? There's gonna be a small remnant of people that's gonna wake up. There's gonna be a small remnant of people that's gonna stand up for the righteousness. What's right? Ain't gonna be no large number, because a lot of our people gonna be scared to give up what they got in this world, and don't know. I'll let you get it. Just one more. And don't know that all of what you gained was really for nothing if you wasn't serving the Most High.
Amen.
And you wasn't down with Him.
Amen.
And I want to tap right on that subject too. You know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
go ahead, man.
The crazy thing to piggyback off of what you're saying is the ones that got it, I feel bad for them because they don't even know that was probably Satan that gave it to them. Because the Most High is not the only person that do blessings down here. The adversary will give you things also.
Sure
And have
will.
you thinking the whole entire time that it's the Most High blessing you, when really it's just the adversary the whole entire time to get you to go off.
Yep.
They say that the most cunning thing that the devil ever did was make the human believe that he didn't have the same power as Yeshua. That was the most cunning thing he's ever done. He has as much power
He does.
as Yeshua. So with that, if Yeshua could bring birth, what's to say that the man of the darkness hasn't birthed as well? Both of them bring birth. Okay, both of them bring birth. So you look at individuals, you say, oh well, this may be somebody that has the blood of the Most High, but there's some individuals that have the blood of that other individual as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's the day of atonement here. So what we're doing is we're going to clean. We're going to pray, and then we're going to go give to the homeless. So I'm going to get my day started so we can get these families fed that are on the bike trails here within my city. We're going to see if we can get 200 people fed. So I'm going to go so I can get to the mission that I've been put to do. But I thank you guys.
Work, sis. That's amazing work. That's amazing work, sis.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to give back. And to Freddie Biggs, if you have me on Facebook, please send me your hookup so I can provide you with information that will help you on your journey to be a business owner. I would be more than happy to help you.
Yes.
Find yourself, and start your journey to help other individuals with getting into engineering. So if that's something that you want to do and you're serious about it, because I don't have time to waste. If you're serious about it, hit me on Facebook in my inbox, and I will provide you with all the information, telephone numbers, and entities needed to get you started.
Yeah, please. Send me a friend request.
You're gonna have to send it to me. I'm the same on Facebook, Tawana Johnson. And see my face, that's what I look like. Yeah, just send that to me and I get that to you. I can't promise that I can do it today because, like I said, we trying to get out. It's time. We got to get out. I got these greens cooking down here. We got to get these hot meals.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Period.
but I holler at you, and Karima, as usual, I love you, and I will be back. I will be back. I want to say thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me, and thank you for this platform. For you to be able to have this platform and get these individuals from all over the United States is phenomenal. Okay, it is phenomenal, and I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing because we need this. He put this on you. That's why this platform is here. And just like you reached out to me, I will reach out to others, and let's make this thing grow.
Amen.
Yeah, let's make these things go. If I don't know how to politic for the politicians, I know how to politic in the streets.
Amen.
That's right. You haven't met JJ, but you're gonna meet him. You know, he's the CEO of the Lions Den, so you're gonna be able to. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the back chat. You know, so.
Okay, well,
But
let JJ know that this is a phenomenal thing that he has going on. And my eyes are just open. I was so excited on this day to get on here and to have a conversation about truth, especially this day. Especially this day.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it. I jumped on. I asked him. I said, we need to get on this day.
Amen.
What is the topic on this day? Because I even invited some people. It got too hot for them. They done jumped out. You see them? They jumped in and they heard it. Ooh, they jumped right on out. See, you got to be ready. You got to be ready for this Lions Den.
If they're going to come with smoke, we don't want you.
Yeah, they got to be ready for this Lions Den, and you better have that word to back it up.
Exactly.
You better know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So, we real happy.
When we say that we came from that era of selling and grinding, you feel me? I was born in 76. In 80,
right.
In 76, it was cocaine. I was born in San Francisco, you know, but I was raised in Sacramento. So, you know, but I like to travel, but at the end of the day, we was born in that era, and that's what the adults was doing. So at the age of 6 and 7, that's what we tapped into. 84, that what was going on, and that's what we tapped into. So
I was going back and forth into juvenile hall. I was going back to juvenile hall, CYA. Yeah, I went to those facilities as a child. CYA, getting caught on the corner with a pocket full of rocks. Right? I done ran away from home. Right?
Environment that we was in.
Yeah. But you know what? He said that don't have to be your ending. He knew from the beginning that I was going to go through that, and that was just going to be something that I was going through, and I was going to end up in his arms. He told my grandmama that
he knew you was going to end up right here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And he knew. That's why when the brother said maybe I should get up and leave, I kind of got angry. I'm not leaving nowhere. The man can't push me out. These politicians can't push me out. The Most High say, this is your task. I remember when we talked to Yah, and he said he's going to ask the God in you, why are you here? That was a good question. Why are you here? You have God, you have the Most High in you, but I'm gonna ask the person I'm gonna ask the being in you, not you. I'm gonna ask the being in you. Why are you still here on earth? Why haven't you transcended to the ground or wherever you're gonna transcend? What is your purpose? Why are you here? See, I know that here I have a purpose. I have a task. That's why I'm here. What I'm about to do for these people, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Talking to y'all, giving you the information and getting insight from you guys, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Or else it wouldn't be happening because he leads my steps. Just like I said, I hadn't had a square job in 15 years. I ain't got no paycheck from the white man in 15 years. Only people that pay me is my clients. They pay for my employees. Okay? So I know what his word could do. And I know that he keeps his promises. He don't do no lying. Only the people around you, the individuals around you, the beings around you, they're capable of lying. He's not capable of lies. So once he gives you a promise, that's what it is. That's it, and that's all. It's a period after that.
Exactly. The word said, let God's word be true and every man a liar.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I got to get up out of here. It's smelling too good up in here. It's smelling too good up in here. So we got to go, and we're going to give. We're going to go give. We're going to go give. That's what we're going to do. I know that it's a pagan holiday. I know that it's made up. I know that King James made it up. He just felt one day, look, check this out. I'm going to make it up. Right? I know that. And I also know that the information that we get is dissected. Right? The book has been dissected. So we have to know where to fill in that information out. We know that we are put here to do Yeshua's work. Period. That's why you're here. If not, you would have been dead already. If you wake up in the morning, that means you have a job to do. Do it. Don't be blind to what you're supposed to do. If you can't hear the voices, clean your body. If you can't hear what's going on in the message that he's giving you, that's mean because your body, your temple is unclean. You got to clean the temple first. That way you can receive the vibrations that's coming. You can't receive it when you have a whole bunch of metal and a whole bunch of bacteria and a whole bunch of parasites in your body. All right, gotta go. All praise to the Most High. Shalom to everyone.
Sister Miss Tay, please don't leave yet. I just want to thank you for coming. I just want to thank you. My name is JJ. I just want to thank you for coming on the platform and bringing a lot of informative information, leading people to the right direction as far as engineering and just some of your ideas. This is what the Lions Den is all about. The Lions Den is not just about a debate league. It's not about beef. It's not about one-upping people. The Lions Den, to me, is a lifestyle. I've been trying to build it up since 2013 in front of the TV with my stick, talking my stuff, going against information, and this is where we are today.
And I thank you for doing that. You know, the Most High put that on you, and the people who receive him receive you as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But like I was saying, the Lions Den isn't just about me. Like I say, it operates without me in the presence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted it to be, because I see all these other platforms that they have like one set goal, one set motive, and that's to tear down other people's beliefs. That's why on the Lions Den, everybody here is welcome, just as long as you be ready to be challenged. But also, you got to have respect for each other, even if you don't agree. So like I say, sister, I appreciate you coming on. You're more welcome. You be part of the family now, because we need more people like yourself. We have a powerful group of individuals that come on here, and they bring out a lot of information, and we just want to welcome you to the family.
I thank you so much for having me. I don't know how I could show gratitude through my voice, but I'm very, very thankful for being able to be here today and the other day, and I look forward to being able to learn. I look forward to be able to be taught. I look forward to church, all of us coming together and talking about the Most High. So I thank you again. You guys have a blessed day, and I gotta go now.
All right, love you.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a very powerful show. I see my brother Freddie Biggs in the building, Benny Bland, JT. I mean, everybody came through, man. That's what I love to see. All of us coming together and talking about some positive things, and I appreciate that, man. We got Daryl Cosmon coming up pretty soon. I think Tuesday he's going to be bringing out some information about I forget the title of it, but him and the brother Gideon was supposed to have a debate, so I guess he's going to be talking about that topic and why Gideon's running and things of that nature. But I'm looking forward to getting back to the debates and I apologize for my absence, but man, y'all understand, I've been doing this for a long time, and sometimes I gotta take a break.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta take a break, man. Just
Facts.
Well, we can hold the floor down, Jay Flay.
Yeah,
We got
right.
you, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of hard work doing this, Every once in a while, put something in the Cash App. I ain't begging, put something in Kareem Cash App, man. Hey, y'all don't even know how a $5 bonus bet can really change.
Yeah, yo, I said this, look.
Hey, $5, I can do one.
Help Karima out. Put something in that Cash App, $1 or something. Check it out. How many people we got in the room listening to this broadcast? If y'all would contribute $2 a piece, if you got 20 people in here, $2 a piece would help her. Y'all got to start trying to help us out, because we coming on here giving our valuable time to help you. I ain't asking for nothing. I'm just saying for her. Okay? Put something in that Cash App, $1 or $2, whatever you can afford. We putting this toward the work. This not just going in nobody's pocket. This going towards this work. So help her out.
And this how I see it. Whoever doing the show, taking their time out their day to bring out this information. Support that brother, support that sister for that day. I mean, we ain't actually know every day. You don't hear, hey man, I need my money. I need, that's we not doing that. But for years, we've been giving our information just for free. And I just doing this, it's caused strains in my personal relationship with women. When I was married, because I'm putting a lot of time and effort in setting up debates and promoting, and just it's hard work. Even when that 32-man tournament that we came up with, that was hard work, getting 32 people to say yes. That was hard, and all the air came out the cell when it fell apart. So I stayed up all night, lots of days, losing sleep, changing schedules. It was hard. I asked for a penny, but I'm saying we're gonna try to make some money on the back end of it, like the Final Four. Everybody contribute like $5 to watch the show. You see what I'm saying? So. Reason why I took a lot of break, because I found somewhere if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I can't contribute all my time into the Lions Den if I'm not, making some kind of, if it's interfering with my personal life or not helping me pay my bills. So that's why that's why I found another niche. I'm into sports gambling. That's just what I do. Hey, it is what it is. It's like, look at this. You putting your money in the bank, right? You grow up, your parents tell you, oh, yeah, save your money, put your money in the bank. For every $100 that you put in the bank for a whole year, they're giving you 1 penny for every $100. For every $1,000, you get $5 at the end of the year. What the hell you think they doing with your money? They flipping it. They on ESPN Bet and FanDuel and all that, because they know at the end of the goddamn year, they only owe you a penny.
That's it.
What I could do with your $100 in 2 weeks will quadruple, 10-truple what the bank can do in a whole goddamn year, and that's guaranteed. People just look at me like, oh, JJ, you just talked to them. I show you the receipts. It's like a job now. To me, this is like day trading. I get in, I get out. Sometimes I put a 7 up just to win 5. Sometimes I put 3 up to win 150. I'm saying, yeah, the proof is in the receipts. I'm not finna sit here and put my money in their bank for a whole goddamn year, and all you're gonna give me is a penny for every $100. They out there flipping your money. They done made it flapjack, but booty clap. They done made it do everything, and then by the end of the year, you think, yeah, mom and dad told me to put my money in the bank. Man, they getting over. I'm saying, if we could come together, like you all invest. You all invest. The JJ 7000 Advanced Marketing Gambling Solutions, put $10 or $15 in it, and at the end of the 2 weeks, I'm gonna send you some dividends back. Trust me. But you can either keep putting your money in the bank, or you can keep watching these receipts and watch us make money off sports gambling. Now I'm not saying I know a lot of people say, well, gamblers is you know, it's against God and all that. Man, you gotta make a living. You gotta make a living. I'm trying to tell you, man, that it's a big business. And look at this. As soon as you sign up for ESPN Bet, your first $10 bet, they're gonna give you $200 of bonus bets. Now, if you don't know how to work those bonus bets, come holler at old JJ. I got you. I mean, it's better than Reggie's City plan. Reggie be talking about a goddamn city plan for 5 years. And then when you ask him, well, what candidate, how we going to raise money for the city plan? You know, well, who we voting for? What black candidate?
Yo, Jay, we gonna call it JJ Sports Madness Betting. How about that? I'm just kidding, man.
It's called JJ 7000 Advanced Marketing Gambling Solutions. I can help you. I'm telling you.
You're in good hands with JJ.
Yeah.
Hey, who gonna make you more money? The bank in 2 weeks or JJ in 2 weeks? I just sent that dividends to all my people 2 days ago. Everybody made some money. You see what I'm saying? 7 to 8 people. I'm trying to build it up though. You gotta put trust in me. I win. It was every day. Now it's kind of every other day. You know, it falls off, but it's consistent. It's consistent, man. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do. I can't spend all my time on Lions Den and working for free. I can't. I love y'all. I want this information to get out, but that's hard work too. Putting out information, getting in front of the camera. So I'm saying the new thing is, whoever show it is, we put the Cash App in for that person, put the Cash App in for Karima, and, you know, maybe slide me a little something, you know, a couple dollars here and there. And then, you know, you support that person. And whoever the next show, you do the same. We got to support each other. You got to keep the dollar flowing within each other. Circulating.
Cause check this out. Jay, when you finish. Yeah.
Quick, hold on, real quick. Don't let it lead the community, you know, till it's circulated by 80 times. All right, we'll let them get some of our money. That's how they do it. The Chinese do it, the Koreans, the Mexicans. Why are we doing it? Why y'all think my idea crazy? All I need is investors. That's all.
Now, like what Jay's saying, cause say this Jay, what Jay's saying make a lot of sense. Cause Karima could back me up. You know how long ago I came up with this show? Just a few hours ago, on the spare of the moment, the thought came to me about a show we should do. The madness of our people. Just like that. And I called up Karima on the Facebook phone. I sent the title to her. And I said, if I get a hold of Malachi, let's do it. Let's do it within the next hour or so. Right? I got this idea for this show about 10 o'clock in the morning, my time. Okay, here in the East Coast. Okay. So what we saying is this we giving up time to do this. I could be doing other things. Jay could be doing other things. Karima could be doing other things. Your money is going in a good place. We're not on here to scam nobody. I ain't here to scam. I'm not asking for nothing. I don't want nothing. Okay. All right. But what your money is going in a good place. It takes time and effort to come up with these shows. I just came up with this show about 10 o'clock in the morning, right, Karima? And I ran it past you. Is she still there?
Yes.
Anyway. Right. How did I come up with
it's a memory for the internet, because y'all this do be taking up a lot of data, so you have to pay for a lot of data.
If you a lot of our people always support. Yeah.
Like I don't really want nothing. Really ask for nothing. You know, do this.
Nah, it ain't that we trying to ask you for anything. It's just that look, we putting the time and the effort in. You know what I'm saying? At least if I'm not asking for nothing, I'm saying if you see somebody in need, Karima might be in need. Malachi definitely in need. Help them out. Help the brother out. Help the sister out. I'm not asking for nothing. I came up with this show about 10 o'clock my time, and I ran it past her. And then I called Malachi. I said, I got a title for a show. Let's get it in. And we got it in. So all I'm saying is, look, we coming on here, we giving up our time to do what needs to be done. All right. This is the Most High work too. Even though a lot of our people might not think so. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he got in store for us. So we got to get it in while we can get it in. So if anybody got last words, we gonna shut it down.
Oh yeah, I do. My name's Freddie Biggs. Here representing the
What up,
DF
Freddie
Dub out
Biggs?
here. Yeah. So I
You
just
finally figured out how to
I just
operate the goddamn stream, y'all. I'm proud of you. My Andrew has no excuse to run, but go ahead, bro.
yeah. I really enjoyed the information and the work that JJ is putting through. And even though, you know, JJ's been beat down, I've been beat down because we out here spitting these truths and trying to edify each other and feeding our people the word and be about the word, trying to see what we can do. How can I apply this verse to my life? And it's taking root, you know. So I want to contribute at least $2 or $3, you know, every time you know, wherever I can, so I could support. I could I'm gonna come up with a topic myself, try to get some people in, whoever wants to chime in, because this is a great work it's doing. It is Baby Hebrew have thrown it down. He thrown down those roots. It's taken off, on and off.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot of hard work, man. And you know, y'all know, at one point I was a debate machine, just debate after debate. You know how much time it take to go study and put them PowerPoints together. It take a lot of time. But go ahead, brother. Is it L?
Yeah.
How you doing, L?
Shamor.
Welcome to the Islamism.
Islamism. Love to see y'all. Love to see y'all work. So I have to first let me give you some news, and then if y'all allow me to say what I wish to say, then I will continue. So before I realized I was a Moor, of course, I called myself Black. I was an African American. I had opportunities. So in 2001, I ended up catching sexual assault charges from my wife at that time, and I'm on the registry in Connecticut and all of that. So I didn't rape her at all. And, you know, if I tell you all my side of the story, I think it's unfair. I put it on Facebook. Every time I meet new people, I speak out and I say it. Yeah, so everybody knows, and no one can come back and say it later. I made a mistake like that once before. I won't make it again. So if y'all allow me to speak now I will speak. And I just had to put that on the table first.
Go ahead, brother.
Do I speak? Islamism. Thank you. Okay, so
before you go, I know people can get caught up in the system and things don't always go their favor, even though they may be innocent. So I mean, I'm not here to judge. At least you were honest with us. I mean, we are going through some things in life. Nobody's perfect, and you know, I'm not here to judge. That's between you and the Most High. Go ahead, brother.
Islamism, bro. Islamism. So, in us looking forward, I caught on at the last ending, brother JJ. I agree with you. I'm a Moor. I don't believe Elia was in my last name before it got changed. I was born with that. I came out of my mother's womb with that. But brother JJ, I believe like you believe, because the system itself, the money and stuff is fake. So with the money and stuff being fake, how we have to get it isn't necessarily the right ways that we've been taught. Money automatically operates with interest, but we're taught not to operate in interest. But if you don't operate in interest, you're not operating in economics. You're just monopoly playing with real money, what we consider real money. So there are certain things about being a Moor. I won't go to the Moorish books when I speak to y'all because y'all don't believe in that. I will say to you, though, part of our mistake is that we consider ourselves Black and African American. And if you look at the laws, just the laws, you will find it. Even Hebrew is an adjective. It's not a noun. Black is an adjective. It's not a noun. African American, I'm 58 years old. In 1979, going into 1980, I remember Jesse Jackson coming on the tube saying, we're from now on, we'll all be known as African Americans. And even at that age, I was like, what are you talking about? Because at 10 years old, I turned down Al-Islam because we were in the Nation of Islam. The sun came up. I was there when the sun, in the auditorium when the sun said, my father was wrong. We're not going to follow what he taught was wrong about Islam. And I was like, yo, what do you mean wrong? Y'all been teaching me since a baby that this came from God himself. This came from the creator. Now today you're telling me you're wrong and you're telling me we're going to go follow another group of people. So right then and there, at 10 years old, I was shut down from Al-Islam, even though, 10 years old, your family, your mother, Arabic, the influence. When I turned 50, I learned about Moorish Islam for real. And when I listened to the words, everything matched from childhood, even for what the Israelites speak, from what the Christians speak. I don't understand the division that we allow ourselves to have in moving forward as a people, regardless of each other's particular faiths and beliefs. The true story is we is all one family. Mm-hmm. And based on that one family, everything else is over. And we're going to hold all of us together. But we have to stop using slave terms and monikers upon us that have been placed upon us as a people to get rid of us, to push us to the side, to put us at the bottom. When we actually study the history of what they now call the United States, which we all know is it's a business. It's like Microsoft. We're the products of the United States government as Blacks and African Americans. As long as Africa says they're Africa, we all keep ourselves in slavery because all of these are names of conquered people. And then when you go by law, that we all live by law, and the Bible, Quran, and all of that was meant to teach us law, we fall under their jurisdiction. And this is our problem all across. And so with us as Moors, like we even have our own financial system where y'all need money. Well, let's agree to our own currency, right? And so right now, the producers of this show are making the government 8,999 pesos a week. That's every individual on this panel is making our government 8,999 pesos a week. Each individual gets 20% of that every week to themselves. That's theirs. Inside of the 80% that you left with the government, you got a bond. Now you call the government, you say, well, I want this house over here. The government buys it. I want this car. The government buys it. I want whatever, those type of health and all of that insurance is written inside of your bond. You don't ever have to worry about that. Money also has to be, it has to expire. So when you expire, your bond expires. All you have to do is want to uplift fallen humanity. I see y'all doing that. Live in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I see y'all expressing that. And stop calling ourselves by slave names. To free us all, to put us where we're supposed to be, and to move our nation forward. And after y'all chew on that, the next thing, and when I do talk about religions, I'm going to show all of us the flaw in our thoughts in religions. So I yield the floor.
All right, brother. I think they were trying
Okay, I
to.
just want to ask you, okay, because I heard you say that you had caught, a case and that, it's on your record or whatever. But I heard you say you didn't or you did. Are you taking accountability for your actions of what you did?
No, ma'am, I did not do it. I said it's a long story because before I got these charges, I was offered $80,000 to shut up and stop talking to us. Stop telling us in the hood I'm telling you I didn't do it. I'm telling you I turned down $80,000. Next thing I know, my wife had me in jail for sexual assault. I got arrested on a Friday. Monday night after I left court, she came to the jailhouse. Did you cheat on me? Did I cheat on you? You go down to the visiting room. These are the first words. These are the words out of her mouth. And I was back. I also, just before this, I put my hands on some Caucasian men because they was in the 80s and 90s. We buried so many of us on BS. And I mean, in my city, I'm working since 1980. I have been working to fix our community. So I made a name for myself. I went away to Atlanta, came back, and the atmosphere changed. Wasn't no one helping. All the agencies and stuff were stealing. You see what Puff Daddy and them are going through right now? I ran into that in 99 when I came back here. The people were on, and if you check the record, New Haven, Connecticut, you'll see that during this time, a police officer, chief, went to jail, got arrested and removed because he was sleeping with young people. I walked back into this world and I started realizing it and I started saying things. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting in jail for the charges. They were giving out grants, to nonprofits. We don't have to go under these nonprofits in order to get grants. Come over here and do this. And we started building our own. And then I went to jail. I took a brother out of the streets who he was selling drugs, and his mother is a Yale cop. She'll tell you. Yale is that college here in New Haven, Connecticut. And she's a cop for them. She'll tell you the story. Her son was in the streets hard selling drugs. I took him out of the streets and they couldn't believe it. And all he was doing was counting numbers for me because the boy's head, he could stand there and count numbers. I'm telling my wife, and that's why I said I don't want to tell a one-sided story. My wife even went to the point of telling me she was jealous of me because of the way I moved. Because I start one thing. Listen, I'll take a lie detector test at any time for everything that comes out of my mouth. I'll tell you about dead people who shouldn't be dead. The same thing going on with Puffy and them is going on in all of our cities. The same thing, and it's going on with the people who run the organizations. It's going on through the Masons. It's going on through the Masons in your city. It's going on through the police. Every little organization is trapped into dogging us out. And all of our leaders, you got the Willie Lynch letter, all of our leaders will dirty them up and will give them sex abuse charges everywhere and things of this nature. I apologize because, that's why I bring it out first. I have a mother. The love of my life. The love of my life is my mother.
Real quick, Brother L.
Yes, sir.
So you saying the government came against you? What was you out there teaching that made them come against you?
So in every, in the school system, they always had this group of kids that they can't get along with. I had two boys. They wanted to get out of the house. Every child, their age, 9, 10, 11, 12, I had them in my camp. So when it came to nonprofit money and stuff like that, I'm the king. I'm the one who I got all the children nobody else want, and I'm teaching them. Now, these were the children they expected to just go out in the street and become a part of their crime lab, because now the school don't want them. They want to give them the ADHD and all this other stuff. No, can't do it. Not mine. No. And I started speaking up for the other children. I started telling the adults in the neighborhood, we don't have to join up with these little programs in order to get the grants. We can build our own. And when we did it, me and the brother did it, and we did it so smooth and quick, they couldn't believe it. Then the money that they forced us to make, they made us sign a contract. Now, because this is the nonprofit agency, right? So we done cleared everything. They thought we was going to run with the money. They didn't expect us to come back with insurance. They didn't even expect us to come back with the cars. They thought we were going to take the money and run. So when we came back, now they're really shocked. And we got this contract over here and that. They're like, where'd you get that from? They were set up before we went in. Now, what we need from you is our check that we earned for this project that you made us sign on for, where you knew we did not have the right to be on the highway. We could run inner city for what we were doing, but to be on the highway, we needed the tags. We were going for the tags. We didn't get them yet. And you forced us on the road through a contract. While we on the road, our car get hit. Oh, we got problems. Now y'all tell us y'all can't pay us. Man, I buried so many people at that time. I kind of lost my mind one morning.
Were you guys flagging?
Say that again?
So were you guys like had a contract for flagging in construction? What was you doing on the highway?
Okay. We were on the highway doing transportation. See, we had these job things, day jobs, and they needed people to go to work. That's all I wanted to get done. Accomplish that. Get these people to work.
Right, day labor.
That's it. Yes, sir. So we went to day labor and got the contract, picked their people up and dropped them off around town, all over they had to go. Some of the people were picked up at their home. When we first talked to the nonprofit agency about what we wanted to do, they tried to tell us, y'all can't build a company like that. I said, look, y'all are giving us money, talking about we want to give you this for education. Stop
right there. Stop right there. See what you was doing. You was cutting into the day labor money.
The day labor didn't care. They hired us. The day labor hired us, our vans, to drive their people to go to work. I cleared those contracts before I went in the nonprofit agency because we had to go to them by the way they set it up. I went to them to get the money, and they tried to tell me I couldn't. But I knew I could because I already, I already got the profit. All I need is the van. And y'all are saying y'all helping the hood. I'm going to show you that you didn't put your program together right. Here's how you didn't do it. You didn't do a survey of the hood to find out what the hood wanted. Y'all keep coming in here with plans telling us what we want. You hear my mouth? I was saying this in 80s, 90s. I said it all the way through. Y'all keep telling us what we need and want. That's not what we need and want. Part of my proof was when hip hop really got in the scene. When we started talking about in business plans, we're talking about marketing and demographics. The parent-child thing went away. If you want to sell a product, you're selling the same thing to the parents that you're selling to the children. Don't sit here and try to separate now. This is a different type of. And those marketing people picked up on it. And since they got a team.
Was you going against the unions?
I went against everybody, and I'm still going against them. And every once in a while, I make public appearances to tell them, at marches and stuff, y'all shouldn't even be marching. Don't march through these streets, because I'm telling y'all, it's a crime. That's why they call it disobedience. Something disobedience, that disobedience. Remember, those of us who had parents, if mommy told you was disobedient, you wondered what was going on for the rest of the day. Marching through the streets is disobedience. That's why they can lock you up. That's why they can beat you. That's why they tell you to do it peacefully. And if I take it back in history, I'll show you a king who made a march like that, cut his feet up to be humble, and then he went and got whipped for something he did. He went and let the preachers whip him for penalty. Then he came back and the people loved him because he showed penitence, and then they went out and won wars and conquered. We are living this. And we have to separate it because they taught us how our freedom goes. And that's not the way it goes, is it? Y'all don't even operate that way. Not even you religious people. and look at Israel. Look at Israel. And then somebody asked, oh, how do you feel about Israel and Gaza? I don't know. I see one of their children shaking, and all I did was see my child shaking because grown people can't sit down, discuss the problems, issues, and come to a conclusion. No, something wrong. And that morning, I couldn't come to a conclusion about how these people, and I don't say it this way today, but I am saying it for then. How these white boys think they're going to come in here in my neighborhood dressed in suits, and they think they could walk up in the office and steal from us, and they think they're going to, and I dealt with this for like 6 weeks by myself. And they're going to steal from me over $5,000? That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen at all. So I took myself in a suit up into their office, and I did to them what was happening to my brothers in the streets. We dying in the streets. Y'all get your asses whooped for sure. So I went in there and put my hands on them, 2 of them. Went outside, waited for the police. They ran past me because I had a suit on. I lit a cigarette. They were fumbling with their guns coming down the stairs to arrest me. Thank you for not running. And what am I going to run for? I know what I did. I did it. I went in there and they couldn't believe I was so bold. I beat the shit out of them. You know why? Because I seen kids die over bikes. I seen brothers die over yours $5, $10. I seen people get knocked down. And you think you come in the hood and just play with us? And we so raggedy, we'll kill each other over something like that? And we scared to put our hands on the next man? Man, somebody.
So you got hold up, brother. You got like a long story that you went through. You know, you said civil disobedience. I mean, so you saying that's against the law to really march in the street? That's not freedom of speech anymore?
Okay, it never was, bro. It was a trap. It was a trap. So that, see, they paint the history. The conqueror always paints history. So in history, when they want to show like everybody, oh, the end of the world, at war in the United States, they're gonna kill us. Okay, so what they want to be able to paint in the end is look back at history now. And the only parts of the things that they'll show is us marching through the streets, talking about no justice, no peace. All the rest of it will be cut out. The only thing they'll show is our people today, no justice, no peace. And that will be used against us. And all of that will be used against us. You know what? Yo, man, this is it. Blank piece of paper. Your hand is law. You check UCC laws. Your hand is law. What you write is law more than what they write are suggestions for laws for everybody. They have to make you an offer. What you write about those offers is law. And us not studying law is a flaw. And I mean for law. What law is, and everybody should have a Black's dictionary, and we should be studying law. We should all, like, I'm studying Latin right now. I know a few people studying it. We should all be studying one of them exotic languages to get to know and be able to speak to the Chinese and the Japanese for each other and by ourselves, and whatever language they speak, we need to speak. Our Islamic brothers got the Arabic handle. We need to be able to speak all of their languages all over the world. But it takes every individual to see themselves more valuable today and tomorrow than what we seen yesterday.
Brother, I was just telling that sister that same thing about that's what the Jewish state did. They came from Europe, moved to Israel, and created Yiddish in their own language and started dealing with those people over there. You're right, brother.
And that's why I love all the religions, because now if you act, I'm telling the truth so you understand. I told you I'm a Moor. I'm a pagan. I'm a god. I'm a god. I govern my own domain. We govern our own domain. We're gods and everything's good. So in us doing that, one, we must raise our women up. I'm gonna say this on here. I'm calming myself too. They offered me a chance to be a Zulu king. Brother, you already doing the job. Right. Now, like, nope, I'm not joining any groups. I already got my own thing. Why I want to join groups? And do y'all see what's happening with the Zulus right now as far as that industry, hip hop and everything? Yeah, I turned down a lot. I turned down a lot of opportunities where I'd be sitting in a shell right now, not knowing what to do with myself. And I probably would be doing crack or something. Because I wouldn't know what to do.
Brother L.
Yes,
Brother
sir.
L.
Yes.
So what came with being a Zulu king? You know, what was the perks, and who is the current Zulu king today?
Okay, now I don't know anything about them today except for what Hassan Campbell talks about, which is if we listen to his words, it's going on.
I thought you meant over in Africa, the Zulus. Okay, you.
Okay, yes, sir. No. Zulu king. As far as that hip hop industry, everything that's going on. Yeah, Africa Bambaataa and all that. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? And I turned these things down, man. And I was already doing the job, working with the youth, and I was doing it from my head. I got schooled when I was 15 years old. The dude who hired me, that old Arab dude, had me read his business cabinet. And I guess the creator is in charge of everything, right? The creator didn't let me fiend on the numbers, whether we were making the numbers right then and there or what he got in the past. I did not look at numbers. I didn't like the numbers. All I did was read management, marketing, how to write a business plan, how to present a business plan, English, how to perfect English in writing, using less words. I read all of that, but I did not look at numbers. And because I did not look at numbers, I think that saved me at 15, 16, 17 from being greedy for money and being rooted like my mother. My mother, because every brother feels it. Touch my mom. So if I go out there and touch a sister like that, I'm giving you permission to touch my mom and my sisters like that, knowing that I will die or go to jail for them. And I'm going to touch another woman like that. Everybody in the neighborhood know who I am, where I stand. And before all of this, how I rock. So that's what y'all don't know me. And it's a one-sided story as far as my ex is concerned. And we have after I got out of jail, she didn't divorce me. Now we have a son born in 2007. But Side Stars, I apologize. She treated okay, so I met Sheffield Kelly. She's on Facebook. She's my sister. Her and the woman who was her girlfriend at the time, brother, you deserve better. And they'll tell you themselves, you deserve better. From what they seen, how my character, what I was doing, and how my ex treated me. They told me in 2011, you deserve better. And they had witnessed it for 3.5 years. You deserve better. And the whole time I'm admitting I was confused. Because even today, I'm only single because I'm still trying to figure out what I did to rape somebody. Other than the stuff I'm telling y'all I did. And I'm a die with my boots on for the stuff that I'm telling y'all right now. So, Side Star, I mean, no disrespect. I did not rape anyone. I didn't. So I'll take lie detector tests to it. I didn't, even with the courts, I'll take a lie detector. They didn't want to give me a lie detector test. I had to plead out on an Alfred doctrine, which means the state has enough to arrest me. Because y'all ain't investigating nothing. I said, nothing I'm telling y'all. I said I want a divorce. Why? The first time I meet this public, you're not getting a divorce. If you say that again, listen, my story's in the public. But this is the first time I sat before y'all, so I had to say it. Before I said anything.
Did she say you raped her? Is that what she told
my
wife? Yeah.
My wife did, yes.
Well, I'm gonna say this quick. Was it somebody that somebody really could have raped her, that she was scared that she would put it and blame it on you? What do you think? I'm not saying it happened for real, but I'm saying something must have happened that she gonna blame you for it. I'm not saying you did it. Maybe she really was assaulted. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that man or something might have threatened her life or something. So the easiest target to go for would be you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So now, on this particular day that she's talking about, I told y'all I'm gonna tell the truth. She and I did have sex. She was an aggressive. See, I couldn't talk like this then about her. I'm not doing a porno. She tried. She wanted to use her fingers in the wrong way with me, and I tried to break them mother freakers. But she still wanted to have sex. So we kept having sex, but them fingers wasn't going in. I twisted her around and stuff like that during the sex. She used a common thing of like, we had sex. She told 3 stories in one sex thing. She told 3 different stories. But if I take you on a stand and I say to you, now tell the story of how we got married, or what prompted me to propose to you. Tell that story, just so everybody has a fair idea of what went on between us. Because I'm not going to say we didn't have sex. Then I'd be lying. We did. But this night you decided you was going to do something that you knew I wasn't going to have no parts of. But you used 3 different sex things between us to tell them one story.
Yo, you froze, right? We can hear you, but we can't see you talking.
Oh, I froze. She used 3 different.
We can hear you, but we can't see you talking.
Yes, sir. It was 3 different sex incidents between us that she used to build one story. Listen, man. I said it. She's not on Facebook or anything, and I would love to have her face as I say it, just so people can watch her face as I say and I tell the truth. It's not the only reason why, but I proposed to you because as I try to leave the house, you ripped the buttons and snaps on my suit. We fought for like 45 minutes before we ever had sex. And I did say the words to you. I don't want to have sex with no one else unless she's my wife. And we fought for like another 15 minutes after that.
Hey, brother, was that fighting in the rape kit?
What do you mean in a rape kit?
Well, I mean, when somebody accuses you of rape, they most times.
Rape kit. There was no rape kit, fam. There was none of that, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I took the Alfred doctrine and said that the state had enough, because I can see y'all want me. I can see y'all. All right, so when I beat up the white dudes, right? I'm telling y'all the truth. When I beat up the white dudes, and now we'll go to court, the prosecutor, one was speaking, another one jumped up and said, "Your Honor, I'm gonna handle this personally." And I was like, "Personal? What you mean personal?" So the judge started like, because I'm inviting them outside, contempt of court, all that. So hold up, wait a minute. So He tells me, he says, like to the judge, and he has previous charges. I'm 36 years old in the hood. Charges? What other charges? I don't have any charges. Atlanta, Canada, Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts. You check and see if you see me anywhere. You want nothing. I don't have. Yes, you do have charges. I said, oh my God, who are you? And then the judge was like, you have to speak to me. I said, what? Who is he to tell me what I am? So they gave me the 30, you come back in 30 days. They ran me through. When I came back, I got accelerated rehabilitation because I had nothing. And to this day, I don't have nothing except for what that incident with my ex on me for nothing. And beating up the Caucasian dudes. Actually, nothing else is on my record from then to now. I wasn't no jail child going back and forth. My mama, I had a mother. I lived with my mother until I was like 23 years old. And she kicked me out with my babies and I had nothing. There was nothing. And that's how long I lived with my mom. And the only reason why she kicked me and my brothers and sisters because we started having babies in the house. She was like, hey, I'm not taking care of all these kids. Go get your own places.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir, my lord.
We fought for 45 minutes and then we fought 15 minutes after that. Do you mean like argued or do you mean like physically putting hands on each other?
Physically wrestling. I'm leaving, right? I bent down to give her a kiss. Next thing I know, I'm jacked up. She's pulling on me. And I'm like, yo, what's up? Stop. And for like 30 minutes, because like I'm thinking like I could just do this. Then I'm like, no, because if I hurt her, no, I'm not going to do that. So it was for like 30 minutes. And I know like just a playful thing or whatever, but it's so aggressive. Like I've never dealt with a woman like that before. You know what I'm saying? It's so aggressive. And all right, so and I would love to have her face here. These are her stories to me. My mother and father, my mother.
Hold on. So you're saying she was blocking the door, you couldn't get out the house, or was there a way that you could have got up out of there for 45 minutes? Honestly.
Until we had sex, I could not leave that house. And 30 minutes, like 25, 30 minutes in is when I had her pinned down. I'm breathing. She's breathing. I'm like, look, will you stop? I don't want to have sex with anybody unless it's my wife. Not trying to have sex. I done did all this. I done been with.
Okay, yeah. Okay, stop. So basically, you was on your way out the house, but she thinking you going out to give it up to somebody else. But before you go do that, you gonna have to have sex with her, and that's not the mood that you was. That just fucks up the whole mood right there. Period. Because you getting accused of something that you ain't even in your mind. You telling her.
Well, she never actually.
Look,
she never actually.
Brother, listen, I can relate. I would have won one time. I went to the club. I come home right after the club. She want to smell my balls.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, see, I don't want to talk bad about her. I don't.
I've been to the club. You think they're gonna smell like the same balls that when I left the house? I'm dancing. It's hot. It's summertime. But why are we doing a ball test when you? I mean, what the hell is this? I mean, and then she grabbed the motherfuckers literally. I mean, is she playing? What the hell going on? This true life story. So I can relate to some of the things. I can relate getting blocked by the door. Hey, you ain't going nowhere until you all that. Women do that shit. And you trying your best in your mind. Hey, look, go on somewhere. You got your little hands. They're like, go on somewhere. Stop playing, girl. That type of shit. Till you realize they're serious. They're trying to really fuck you up.
Yep, and that's criminal restraint.
I had no choice but to do what a man got to do. I headbutted it. She let the motherfuckers go. She said, I'm calling the police. I said, not this time. I called them.
And that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do stuff like that.
Listen to the story. I said, hold on. I called them. They come down there. I'm waiting downstairs. Lady cop, man cop, come in there. I tell them my side of the story. They go upstairs and look at her. They see her forehead. They, oh, okay, we got to arrest you, Mr. Hayes. I said, what the hell going on? I said, you better look at these goddamn balls. Y'all better take a picture of this shit. She trying to rip these motherfuckers off. Want to smell them and shit. I mean, it's a true life story. So then, I mean, we get to court and shit. All that, man. I was younger, man. I should have had the motherfucking public defender show the balls. Show the picture of the balls. You see what I'm saying? I ended up getting probation, and I ended up getting a DV on me because of that shit right there. That's the first one. Majority of the time, a lot of times, they the aggressors in that shit, bro.
Yes, sir. We all tell stories. I might as well tell y'all one, brother. We used to be on the block, right? And these females used to call the payphone. This is during pager days and all that. They used to call the payphone and see what was going on and tell the brothers come on down, right? I go, so this chick calls up. She tells me come to her house, and it's just gonna be me and her. So I go to her crib. I'm downstairs, and she we sitting there talking and everything. She she looking good. She asked me, can she tie me up to the chair? So I said yeah. She ties me up to the chair, brother, my wrists and my feet, right? Then she go upstairs, come downstairs with a negligee on, bruh. She comes over to me, right, with a whole glass of water. I told her I was thirsty and I needed some water. She sits on top of my lap and my head is back, and she took the cup and jammed it in my mouth, right? Bust my lip and everything. So I'm like, so she could tell I'm mad, right? I'm like, yo, get off me. I'm like, untie me. Because the water running all down my ears, my head's back, it's all down my shirt. I had just had a new shirt on and everything. And I saw like a little blood from my lip on my shirt. So she seen I was mad. Yo, you know what this chick did? She went upstairs and got a bat. And started coming downstairs with a bat, bruh. Listen, I had to break the chair to get up out of there. Wow. And it was all planned. It was a setup from the beginning. Because she heard that I used to be running around with women and so on and so forth. And that was to teach me a lesson. Mm. I'd never seen her again after that.
They did Will Smith like that on one of the episodes of what's that? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yep. That's where they got it from.
Yup, dead serious.
Yep, they tied him up to a chair, tortured him.
Yep. So after we got married, she showed me handcuffs. I don't deal with no damn handcuffs. What the hell wrong with you? I put them on you. You ain't putting them on me. Nobody putting no handcuffs on. What the hell is wrong with you? When I came home from jail, she was running a company called Sex in the City, selling sex toys and stuff like that. And then, yo, what? And I got charged you selling sex toys? Yo, man. Yo, man. No, ma'am. I did not, sister. I did not.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man, how some of these women, think they can get away with. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's innocent. I'm not saying everybody's guilty, but I talk to a lot of people, a lot of men who experience them type of relationships. And they try their best not to put their hands on them or whatever thing, but are forced to defend themselves. You see what I'm saying? And we get the wrong end of the stick. And what I'm supposed to do? Somebody got my whole package in hand, and she ain't playing. This shit for real. This ain't no rough sex. This some crazy ass shit from the Twilight Zone. You what the fuck? You want to smell them? Mm-hmm. No, you turn the whole mood off. You ain't finna smell shit. What the hell wrong with you?
And I don't think people understand the psychology of it.
Come on, man.
The psychology of it is really what's interesting, because you want to smell what? I ain't never walked up to you talking about smelling nothing. That would seem more appropriate, me saying, but you saying it. I just came in the house. I swear to God, one afternoon I came in from work early, and it was labor work right on the ground, because we got a contract digging up somebody's yard, but I had a meeting at 4. So I get back to the house, it's 1:30, and I come in through the back door, which is the bedroom, and I jump right in the shower. Yo, fam, as soon as I got in the shower, The shower curtain got snatched back. He had a butcher knife.
What you doing taking a shower?
Yeah, I cannot tell you I go to a meeting. What's wrong with you? And I seen Crazy leave her eyes. I said, oh, shoot. Oh, and yo, man, all it is, her father passed away and she lost her mind, yo. Her father passed away. And it's not like her father and her mother, they used to box in the living room. And the police would come get her father, drive him around the corner, to cool off and then let him go. And that's what you thought was happening between us? You thought as much as the police was after me, they was trying to prove I could sell drugs, was never able to prove nothing. And I thought it was funny. These people were setting me up the whole freaking time. They had to get something on me. I didn't realize, being the clean dude was the right thing to do. Oh, but then I won't do anything illegal either, huh? Man. And it has to do with child. I was just telling somebody, I think I should go to the FBI and help them with child trafficking in Connecticut. Once I show them what's going on in Connecticut, they'll be able to look at every city in every state and see the same pattern, especially, no offense, where the town is Democratic, especially because those are our neighborhoods. And our children are victimized every day and we don't even see it. And I'll show it to you. Go read some of the books they got them reading in school right now. They ain't what you and me read with the N-word. I'd rather have my child read the N-word than to read Jane's plays with big furry balls. Yo, man, and I didn't know. I thought I was the only one, honestly, who experienced stuff like that. And this is probably the biggest public part of talking about it, because the way the questions were asked, that I've ever expressed it. And anybody says something back to me about, yo, I've been through it too. Really? This is normal? Oh, so all our women think they want to be down with Puff Daddy, huh? That's the kind of life they want? Go have it with him. Don't come over here with a person like me. I'm not into that. I'm not into none of that.
Bro, I'm not gonna blame them all though. Now there's a way to fix that. Is we just got to choose
Not
better
all of
females. Yeah, not all
Not
of them, but
all
I
of
mean, that part of the female society does exist. They are aggressive, and some can be selfish. And if they want you and only you, and they don't want you having nobody else, they'll do what they have to do, even if it's getting you locked up, so you just can't get to that other person.
Brother, yeah, bro, that's exactly. So the whole time I'm on probation, 10 years, right? I did 2. They tried to get me to do 2 in a day. Nope. I did 2 and came home and did 10 years probation. And what they don't realize is, I told everybody, I lived with a lady named Zakia. That's my mother. I could do probation standing on my head, for my life, with no problem, because I live with my mother. So during this 10 years, probation telling me, oh my God, we need more men like you in the neighborhood. Because I done got it so good. If you get community service, you come to my organization and I'm the one writing you the letters. I'm on the registry. I'm writing you letters telling the courts, no, that person good. And they letting them go. Brothers are coming back talking about, yo, you good as gold downtown. What? Say your name in them centers. They let you go. I can help everybody but myself. Are you serious? She was calling probation, trying to get me locked up again. Every time I turned around, the probation, oh, your wife called. Finally, I got a lady probation officer who liked women. That's her lifestyle. I ain't nothing against it. When she was calling, she wasn't listening to her. And one day she figured out, oh, wait, she called me because you wouldn't take a coffee cup from her? Because she ended up telling her that. It was over a coffee cup that she was so mad at me, trying to get me violated and sent back to jail. And I did that until 2012, from 2002 to 2012. And I'm gonna say there was no other charge. She ain't no domestic violence written up. They can't say police came to the house between 2003 and 2012. There was no police calls coming to that house to check out anything going on, suspicion, noise, neighbors calling, nothing. Just like prior to this, nothing.
I heard you doing, your speech. You said that you still married to her and had another kid.
When I came home from jail, see, all right. So from 93 to 95, I worked for the state. And Warren Kimbrough, if y'all know him, he was a part of the Black Panthers here in New Haven. So this program that they had all put together was Alternative to Incarceration Center. So when you got in trouble, you went there. I wrote letters to judges and stuff, helping brothers and sisters in there. One day they came to me. The first time they came to me, they said, I had to go in there and look at brothers' penises as they took their urine test. No, I won't. That's not, yeah, they're on their own with that. And I'm going to go in the group and let them know that y'all are on that right now. So if they cheat, they're going down. I got to write the letter, or the other case monitors are, that's it. Oh, so you're not going to do it? No, you're not taking your, say that?
I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but yeah, I got to take UAs, and it's crazy how they just sit there and watch you.
Because they gay, man. Because they gay, man. The whole, they gay, man. And all our people, every system,
what kind of job is that?
It's sexual assault. It's sexual assault.
Can you turn your head, bro? I'm taking a piss.
Exactly.
No, I gotta look. You're like, yo, I'm not doing that. So
how was your day at work today? Well, I see some big ones.
I look at a dozen penises.
Everything. I mean, come on, man.
That's gay crap right there.
What kind of job is that?
I know.
So the next thing was, so a ghetto legend, right? I'm about to tell you all a ghetto legend that's true. I come in one morning. First, let me tell you all about the job. I would go in the morning. I would turn on Sega. Remember Sega? I played football, baseball, basketball all day long. We watched TV. We held groups. We ordered lunch. We watched TV. We played Sega. We shot pool, and everybody went home every single day of the week. This was my job. That's all I did, and write reports. I didn't do nothing else. That's all. And I was making good money working for the state. So now they called me in the office again one morning in the summer of 95, because this part that killed it. We need you to send 10% of your population back to jail. I said, for what? It's that time of the year. And in my brain, I'm listening to the news that was going on at the, you watch the television news, and recidivism rate. Wait, that's when the criminals keep going back to jail. And you just told me to send 10% back, but you was a Black Panther. How you gonna do? I ain't doing that. Well, you're gonna have to give up your keys. Happy days, baby. Happy days. I will not sell my peoples out for nothing. Either your program is helping or they're not. And if your program isn't helping, I don't need your money. What we ever had. So then what we need besides us? Because we ain't never had nothing. According to the history that we know as slaves, we ain't never had nothing but us. So then what y'all think I'm scared of? I don't ask for fiat. I work for it. And the little portion I get, and my daughter helps me out, I'm satisfied with. And see, my daughter 38, and we got a relationship.
Brother, real quick, I didn't mean to cut you, but Brother Vicar Emerson World said, it happened to me before. She had my nuts. I did a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger flip. All right. See what I'm saying?
Oh
You want to smell your nuts. Ladies, you got to cut that out. What you doing taking the shower? What you mean on what I'm doing taking the shower? It's normal. You come straight home from the club and take it. I got accused of that before. Why are you taking a shower? So I mean, what the? Ain't that what normal people do? What you want me? I mean, come on, man.
You know, after I got a divorce, I lived with like 8 women at one time. You know, like throughout like 4 years. After I got a divorce, I lived with 8 women.
Yeah.
Nothing sexual with these 8 women, because the 2 ladies I was telling you about, Sheffield Kelly, I'm giving you that name so any women on here can call Sheffield Kelly on Facebook and then talk about me. And so I lived with them, and one thing I wanted to learn was, so like my dad got a divorce, my uncle got a divorce. What is it about women? Well, guess what? Even 2 women don't even know how to deal with women. So brothers, don't even worry about trying to know who they are. What we have to, and dealing with these 2 women, what we have to see is like the strip down of our society, where they're not even just happy with the fact that they're women. That's why in their liberal world today, well, what's a woman? No one has a definition for a womb, man. No one. Well, it sounds like I said the definition, but y'all don't want to give it that. That's what it is.
But see, the thing is, the thing is, it's misconstrued enough is the women today are different from the women back then, because the women back then, they knew how to be submissive. They knew their place as a woman.
See, even that word, I will not co-sign the word submissive. And here's why. I told y'all I'm pagan. The first Trinity is Mother, Father, Son. The chicken came before the egg because it needed the proteins in order to live. The full adult was placed here. That's the whole story of Adam and Eve. So the chicken came before the egg. In order for us to be here, the original Trinity is Mother, Father, Child.
Oh, wait a minute, stop. Now you just said Mother, Father, Child, but then you went on to say Adam and Eve. Now you done messed up because Adam came.
No.
What's going on?
Listen to what I said.
Go ahead, bro. Fix it up.
Listen to what I'm saying. The fact that the chicken came before the egg, that example is Adam and Eve, and then the children. Just because there's a question out there: which came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, because the egg needed the proteins from the chicken. So they told us the story as God made Adam and Eve, and then the children. The original Trinity, which they call the Holy Ghost, the Father, and the Son, I'm saying is the Mother, the Father, and the Child. That's the original Holy Trinity. That's why they told the stories the way that they did. You and I are the divine beings on this earth. You are Jesus. You are Muhammad. You are Moses. Our women are Mary and any of the other goddesses that they want to say. That's where the stories came from into the Bible, from us, from the naturalness of life.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. So you mean to tell me that I know that the Bible says that we are gods. That's in Genesis. But I mean, we're little g's, not big g's, like, up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? We have our the birth that we were birthed from the zodiac skies. You know what I'm saying? The stars. That that's how they used to tell their birth and from back in the Greeks and all that. Aristotle.
So I'm gonna go beyond the Greeks to tell our story. And so in Al-Islam, they say Allah, that's God, right? But Al-Khaliq means the creator. And the creator cannot be seen, heard, is not masculine, feminine, cannot be referred to as masculine or feminine, cannot be referred to as a human, an animal, a tree, a dog. The source of us all cannot be described, and no one knows it. you will go crazy. You will go blind. You will go deaf trying to recognize that. So when you go into the Latin words and then you go back to reading how the Bible got transcript, you find out that God is a rich man. And that's exactly what they meant when they first started saying God was a rich man here on earth who governs his own domain and has his own power from the people within in order to live. That's a God.
I know, but we was talking about, so there's two stories. Either woman came first or man came first with the Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm. I say millions of mothers came first.
I think, man came from woman because she gave birth, out of water in her uterus. So, so the same way, there's power in water, because in the story talk about water baptism. So, use
her anatomic move.
Wait, I got a question. Hold on. How can man come from a woman without the seed? What seed? How did the woman?
Because when the man mates with the woman, then that's when she produces an egg, and that egg becomes fertilized and it produces life.
So this
is the problem where evolution got it wrong, because they try to fit in and say, well, there's no life in this. No. Let's dig a little closer here, because from the egg comes a life. It's just like, before you get a butterfly, it has to be a caterpillar, right? It has to be a cocoon before it becomes into a butterfly. Same way with life. You have an egg, but before you produce an egg, you have to have two parts from the opposite sex, one male and one woman, female, joined together to procreate, so it becomes seed, and that seed produces life. So
what I was saying, I had this conversation before with somebody, and what I'm saying is for example, right? I can go all the way back to Genesis, and when it says when God created, and then it said God made. Mm-hmm. There's two different terminologies used there: God created and God made. So what I'm saying, and I'm gonna just give you this scenario that you can try to understand what I'm saying without me being long-winded with it, is if I go out and I buy spaghetti sauce and I buy pasta, it doesn't mean I have the spaghetti. I have the groceries, but it doesn't mean that I have a spaghetti meal yet. So when you say that one came before the other, I got to kind of push back on that, because I believe that when he did it, all was created at once. But him making a man and then making a woman, he may have done it at different times, but when he created all things was created at once. And I think that's where we get in trouble, because man, when we start to get into science, we only can go on what we see from the visual eye, but we know that things was done invisible and invisible. So I'm not going to say that one was here before the other, but what I will say is that the man was made first. He was made, but creation.
Oh, well, you said you're not going to say that one came before the other, but man was made first.
Yes.
Whoa, bro. I'm confused. I'm not trying to, okay, you said, I'm not going to say one came before the other, but man was created first. Is that not a contradiction?
No. I said that during creation, all was created. So when I say all was created, I mean all things, like, for example, yes, the stars, everything was created all at once. But when it came to making it, the term in there is like, it's called formed. Like you'd even say that before God formed man, before he formed them. So that means that it doesn't mean that man wasn't here. It means the groceries was here, but we didn't make that meal yet. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, like that's why I gave him the spaghetti sauce. Like I created all the spaghetti sauce and all the pasta, but I don't have the spaghetti meal yet. Right. So that's why that's why those two terms are used differently. It says I created, and then it says I made.
Because when he created man from the dust of the ground. When he made, that's when reproduction through the seed of the woman, through the sperm. When a man puts his dick in it.
Right, because he said created male and female.
Male and female he made.
Right.
There's information. Hold up. See, there's information in other cultures that wrote their history down before the Bible. And then they'll put like a mother goddess or what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Isis.
Yeah.
Set.
So I guess it all depends on the writer and what they want to convey to the audience who's listening. Nobody really knows who. Whoever created man and woman at the same time. We don't know that.
Hey JJ, I've been waiting to talk to you, brother. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been waiting to talk to you. I've been wondering where you've been. But I got some information, because even what we're talking about right now, right? You know how they say, there's I've seen debates. I saw you even discussing it before on where they say that a virgin birth predates Christ, right? But that could possibly be true, but it doesn't mean that the technology that the Most High used in order to create Christ, it doesn't mean that those beings that was down here confusing man didn't have the same ability and create and having virgin births, which is why some of these pagan religions could have had that information back then. From Babel, from Babel, when everything was going on and all that craziness was going on, it never stopped. But what I wanted to tell you was that I'm going to be doing a show with Karima, right? And I want to run some information by you, because I got something, and I don't want to get off the topic, but I got something that coming in the new year, bro. All praises to the Most High for giving me this information. I have a PowerPoint presentation I'm going to do on your show. And I'm telling you right now that these camps may fall. Their doctrine and their theology of what they've been talking about could fall, brother. And I want to run it by you before I do it on your platform, because I know it's going to bring a lot of attention. It's going to bring a lot of attention, bro.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Let's just be honest. The people that's already in them organizations don't care what you bring to the light. They're gonna always. They there. They loyal. Their organization's gonna continue to run whether we bring out the truth or not. We all know a lot of the stuff that's going on in them organizations is just not right. But
JJ, when they said
if you're a Tupac fan, you're gonna be a Tupac fan. If you're a Biggie fan, you're a Biggie fan. You don't care what people say. So, bring it out, man. I'm not discouraging you to bring out the information, but I'm just saying I don't think that the people that's already hooked and been in them organizations for years, or even some of them new ones that they got in them organizations, they don't care what you bring out. They don't care that the person who one of the people founding members said that the chart is it's a scam. They don't care about that. They still out on the streets teaching. The blacks, Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites, because that's just
Jay, this information that I have, Jay, it's almost similar to cutting the head off of a snake. And they would either have to admit to being antichrist, or they would have to admit to having false doctrine. I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. Well, I'm just saying that it's nothing like JJ has. I know he's been in a lot of them debates and stuff, but what I have in the information is nothing like has ever been said before.
Are you doing it through Jacob?
I'm going to do it here on this platform.
No. Is the information that you bring in, is it actually a redetermination of the story of Jacob, where Jacob, when Jacob wrestles the devil, wrestles God, and because of the way we think ourselves, we say, well, who was Jacob wrestling? He was wrestling the moon. This is Yakub. This is the so-called one, the so-called one who so-calledly made Caucasian people. This is the same person who becomes Israel. And if you follow his story, he was always grabbing on somebody's ankle in order to live. He was always pulling people down and back from their existence. And you're claiming that y'all follow him. You're doing the same thing. That's why you're disrespectful to women. And you think that you say submissive, the women have to be submissive. You're telling your mother to be submissive to you? Well, you're rude already. I can see that. If you're going to tell your mother to be submissive to you when you sat on her lap, your throne is only because of her lap. But you have been taken away from this type of thinking and this understanding of self, which is the reason why the rest of everything is the way that it is. So it is just because I'll teach the whole Bible another way, or I'll show y'all another way of looking at it and another way of seeing it, and then put it with stories like they said.
You are more into the matriarch. How you pronounce that? Matriarchal way of life, aspects of it. Because are you saying that most of our ancient ancestors were they more matriarchal?
Yes, with more respect for mommy, because mommy is and I am through mommy. I spent 9 months in there. 9 is a divine number. I spent 9 months in there. I know mommy a whole lot better than I know daddy from birth, because I was stuck to her. And then daddy's like the sun. Daddy's supposed to be out here shining on the world. And when he does it, he almost does it alone. But every once in a while, the only other body you see is the moon. So daddy's out here father's doing his thing. We have to recognize that mommy is that moon, and she keeps you comforted. Do
you believe in the virgin birth? Do you believe in the virgin birth?
Virgin birth. They always speak about these Amazon women, right? And that's why I said, so the creator, the seed for the women to be impregnated, when the creator knew what the creator in thought design, the creator said, oh, here's how they'll get here. Boom. And put nothing but women on the earth, impregnated women. Now you got your Amazon story. You know why women were in charge so long in the way that they told us the stories and stuff like that. And now you know where they really came from. And when they talk about wars, so there's a woman, they all came pregnant. Certain women didn't go all the way through. Their children died at stillbirth. These women felt a certain way. They went off and started building their own camps when you talk about envy and stuff like that. Then they started stealing children because they didn't have children, but their motherly wanted it. And this started fights amongst the women when you talk about envy and stuff like that. That's where it came from. Now, nobody's responsible for what I'm saying. There is no one group, no anybody. It's just an occurrence of life. And this is how we got to look at our future. If we don't sit down and solidify it and put it together, certain things are going to happen. Certain occurrences are going to take place. We know this just by us being here today. So it behooves me that we don't begin to sit down and organize so we can facilitate and implement plans of our own that have nothing to do with, oh, we need to talk to a senator. We need to talk to a congressman. We don't need to talk to nobody but each other. We need to find the value in each other. I don't trust nobody but God. So you don't trust yourself? No, but you're God. How don't you trust yourself? This is where everything got twisted. And if you only trust God, then how come we live in bad for so long? If anybody ever read the Protocols of the Zion, in there it states how they destroyed us. And then it says, and the only thing they never tried to do was to look back at what they had before and rebuild themselves. Of all the stuff, they keep trying what we tell them instead of going back to what they had. And what we had was emperors, rulers, mothers. Mommy gonna stop the fight amongst her sons. She don't want them dead. Daddy might amp it up. We see it in the hood. But but I thought you said, mommy, that's that women stuff. We don't get into that as men. who all we do is protect our mothers. We don't get into what the women are. They arguing. Well, a woman could do it. Yeah, she can. Look, if you just notice on a night, women will walk up and touch each other's body part. Brother, please don't ever. I get nervous sometimes when you try to touch my arm. Don't ever. Women are puff each other up in the chest and stuff, smack each other, and it don't mean nothing to them. So do not get in the middle of women's stuff. Sit on the side and be her assistant. Because when at 9 months of pregnancy, she carrying your child, who the assistant? Who's the helpmate? After she come home from that pregnancy, who the assistant? Who the helpmate? We gotta look at it, yo. There's a design here that we've been taken from.
Man is even afraid to touch another man's hand.
Well, not afraid. It feels weird. I played football, baseball, basketball. By the time I was 23 years old, I didn't want no brother sweat on me. He jump up in the air I'm not blocking him correctly. I don't want his DNA on me. We operate differently. You my brother. I love you. If you down, you got my hand. I'm gonna pull you up. But when we stand, we're not gonna affectionately grab each other's hands or throw our arms around each other. You know what I'm saying? It's out of place. But women do this. Women, oh girl, and they'll stand there for 2 minutes with their arms around each other. And they don't like each other. No, I mean, they like each other, but they're not into each other where they want. It's just women. It's beautiful. It's women being women. I enjoyed when couples grow together. Even but two trees trying to occupy the same, that ain't gonna happen. I believe in polygamy. I don't believe in polyander. We might as well get all of that out, right? I believe in polygamy, but not polyander. Only one man into a house. So,
amen. I'm with you there, bro.
But how many women?
So, all right. So, with being a Mormon and everything, and not and making our own laws, we should teach our children that once you touch the other one, that other one is your opposite. See, your feminine side, she just became your feminine side. He just became nobody told y'all to go touch each other. Y'all are together now. Y'all are intertwined. They call it married over there. We say you're intertwined. You're one. Don't play with that. Now, if these two didn't sit down and the brother say, well, I might want 2 or 3. If he ever brings that up to that young lady before he touches her, he is foul. And that's how we gonna see it. Y'all was supposed to sit down and talk. We told y'all not to do it without talking to each other. And she gets to express what she wants in her life. And if they don't think they can fulfill that for each other, then they should walk away with no shorts, no loss. She definitely ain't. They killed the N word. We gonna kill the B word. So you're not gonna say that to her.
So you support more than one wife is what I'm asking. You support? Yes, sir. Can a man have more than one wife?
Yes, sir. And he has duty and responsibility to them. He needs to let before he even touches the first one, she needs to know that that's his desire. And if she says, well, that can't happen, then it can't happen. So I can't be with you. I'm
saying, can you help me understand? Like, I mean, can you explain why? What's the purpose of more than one wife?
Yeah.
To build our kingdoms, nations, to secure our women, to all of this single wife stuff. It ain't worked out too well, has it? Nothing but jealousy and animosity because of the way things that were set up. There's always more women than men. So then just by that number right there, as long as I got the finances, the ability to take care of 2 or 3, then I can have 2 or 3. Unless the one I want this one first and she says no. Once she says no, if I decide to be with her, my story's over. I have to have one and she's that one because she said it. Each person comes to the table and speaks their rights to each other. When y'all touch each other, nobody knows. Nobody cares. But as y'all get up, at any time, y'all just say we're intertwined, and then we'll show you how to do a trust document so that your relationship is secure. And in that trust document, whatever y'all discussed about your future and how y'all want it, that's like, if y'all end up in a divorce, if one of you was wrong in that, according to the trust, you might not get no divorce. You might have to stay with this person because his or her goals were achieving both of you. So you're gonna have to stay with your part because your part is filed.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You do know that in past times that there was a reason for having more than one wife. There was a purpose for more than one wife. Now, none of what I heard you say just now, and especially pertaining to now, in the biblical times, when one man had more than one wife, it either came through war, survival, or just or replenishing the earth. Other than that, outside of those times in the Bible, I haven't seen anywhere biblically where having more than one wife was something that we were supposed to be doing. When one man had, hold on, let me finish. Let me just say this real quick. When one man had,
go ahead.
When one man had more than one wife, it was always problems, whether it was even with one of our forefathers, Abraham, for example, with Hagar. He had more than one wife, he had to send her off. And that wife didn't come by him, it came by his wife. His wife suggested that woman for him. So I'm just saying that historically, having more than one wife hasn't worked out then, and it don't seem to be working out now either. One woman is enough for any man, trust me.
Yeah,
one woman is enough for
Billy. I get it, you don't agree with this point, but you said survival, and I heard him say something about survival. He didn't say the word survival, but he did say to build up our people. Because like he said there's more black women, or he just says more women for every man. I don't know. I don't know what the so. I mean, if we already outnumbered here in America right now, we play a small percentage in the whole total, the whole spectrum, the whole picture of our numbers.
Right.
A lot of us get sent to jail. A lot of us are turning to other things that they shouldn't be. So if he's saying his concept, if he's trying to build a nation, and he don't see nothing wrong with having more than one wife, because a lot of guys have a side woman anyway. I'm just saying his point. I'm not taking
side. Oh, yeah. I got you. I was just saying what I was saying to him is that one woman has the ability to have 10 children. So if you're really trying to build a nation within yourself, your wife is able to, not unless she's barren, she's able to have multiple children, all more than you can probably take care of. But what I was thinking was when he was saying that, when I said survival, I was saying that, because we've heard even debates on this, that when a man had to give a dowry for a woman, and he came to get that woman from that man's household, it was financial. He knew that when this woman leaves this house, her contribution to this home and to this family is going to be taken away. How am I going to compensate for that? I have 2 of my daughters leaving right now who are, doing whatever it is they got to do for us to survive.
All right, brother. So I hear you, right? Mm-hmm. I hear you, because you started with the Bible. And I have to say again, prior to any of the Abrahamic faiths, and that's the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, I get them all at one time. There was people that they call pagans. We had a society, and we lived out here. And our society was good. And our mothers were the loves of our lives, the matriarch. Though Abrahamic faith brought the patriarch. And everything that you're telling the truth about now, that's in the patriarch. The conquerors write the story. Now let's go back to the matriarch. And we had more than one, and they were happy because they themselves knew who they were. And as far as children, one woman, see all the oomph you put on one woman to have 10 children. Well, now I got 3 women and they all want 3 children apiece. They don't want no more than one. No more than 3. They all want 3. They want, one of them wants 2. So that's all they gonna have. It's a woman's body. You're damn real. So when she said all I want is 2, I'm not trying to get 8 more out of her. It's not her duty in that manner like that. It's her duty to help build the nation and give of herself what she feels she can give. So a young lady who says, I only want 2 children, her inside of her might be telling her, yeah, because giving up a third, you're giving up your protein and your energy that might kill you. I'm not going to force her into that. We all have, when it comes to that type of life, we're really, everybody ends up making a sacrifice, because God forbid you really are a foul man. Go home to 2 women and you a foul man, 3 women and we're hearing what can happen to you. Tied up by one, hit with a baseball bat by another. So what are you doing? You got to be on point. You got to be a man. So I go beyond the Bible in my description. I'm not speaking within that confines of what we call the holy scriptures from the Abrahamic faith. I'm outside of that zone because we remember all through slavery says they taught you Christianity. They taught you, they got the book. They got the land. We got the book. When do we we have to take all of that and make it one thing. It can't be new information to us. It can't be looked at another way. And once we hear things like they got the land, we got the book. What do you mean they got the land, we got the book? Oh yeah, this is our land. This is ours. All that African story and I'm not gonna say they didn't bring anybody from Africa. I'm saying to the good degree for us here, they didn't bring anybody to America. We were already here. Most of our families were here. So since we're here, this is our land. Guess what? The only way to get it back is for us to go back to what we were. Tribes and nations.
In your construct, are women allowed to have more than one man?
Now, every individual is free to be themselves. If there are a group of men who will allow that, who am I to stand in anybody's way? That's what she worked out with them and they agreed, that's them. However, see, this is what I'm talking about. I meet a young lady and she says, well, I'm gonna have more than one husband. Okay, nice meeting you, honey. I'm on my way. We don't need to discuss that anymore. And the women who hear me say he wants more than one wife, after everything, he wants more than one wife, indeed. So now she said, I'm not in it. Okay, then good day, sister. No, ain't nothing lost, nothing given. We being straight up. Our word is our bond.
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I have a question.
She's as free, brother. She's as free as I am. She's as valuable, if not more valuable. I'm not going to sit there like brothers do on the street. Go, oh, well, you ain't nothing but a bee anyway. I'm not going to bring that energy to my sisters because they bring forth the next generation through themselves. They give of themselves by bringing us through. You don't listen, man, for everything that I went through with my ex, I still have the vision of the child that we had together laying inside of her belly. They gave her cesarean and opened her up, and my son was laying in her belly. You talk about God, the creator, the beauty of life. I got to see my child, not a picture. I have the picture in my head. I got to see it with my own 2 eyes. My child turned the wrong way, was laying inside of her. Ain't nothing more beautiful than that, yo. Nothing compares to that. Nothing. You can't show me a picture better than that right there. She has the same rights and value, if not more, than what I have to this earth. I dig the earth for her. I secure for her. And not my woman, for our side stars everywhere. The way I'm speaking now, I dig for them. My foundation is for them. They need to come together and respectfully, without feminism as the matriarch, saying, I'm securing my son. Because if you think about the way the so-called black men look today, our sons have no future under that, because he's a toxic male, he's a rapist, he's this, he's that, he's everything but a man. So our matriarch needs to come together and save those sons that you have made who are savable right now, who haven't been really poisoned. Even the ones on the street, some of them kids just want a group of mothers to walk up and hug them and give them some value. They want a dad to hug them who's not going to be trying to, molest them. A lot of the young girls just want a mom or a dad to hug them without molesting them. Sit there and talk to them and look them in the eye without seeing her 13-year-old body that's growing up and maturing, because she watches enough of these TV shows and movies and realize a wolf when she sees one. Mm-hmm. By the time she's 17, everybody's a wolf to her. And I know, because I got a 38-year-old daughter and I raised her and she only been with one man. I raised my baby. We know we wasn't going on Maury. We know who the daddy is. We know. Both my and it's the only person she been with. And it's because when she was a child, I told her how valuable she was. I let her know men ain't nothing but dogs. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be in jail or dead. And I had to tell her that again last night, because the opportunity. Would you support him having more than one wife? Your daughter's husband? Him who? Your daughter's husband. Yeah. Yeah. My man can handle it. He can handle it. Can she? I'm saying, can she though? Can your daughter handle that? Now my daughter was taught about these things, and I haven't seen another wife, so obviously I think my daughter said no. and see, this is their choice. This is their choice, and every time I see my daughter, she's smiling and grinning. Not sometime, all the time. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you this. Let me just say something. The reason I'm popping these questions at you, because I'm just going off of personal experience. When I looked around, when I was growing up as a child, I looked around and I saw a lot of women around me, right? And as much as I love my matriarchs, there was nothing like me not having a father around. I had uncles and I had grandfathers, but somebody spending that one-on-one time with me and showing me different things, I lacked out. I had to learn it on my own, which ended up being the best thing for me, because there's nothing like that learning on your own. I didn't have anybody showing me how to fish. I didn't have nobody showing me how to hunt. I didn't have anybody showing me how to shop. I didn't have anybody showing me I learned the shopping part from my mom. I learned the cooking part from my mom. So it was different techniques that I learned for me personally within inside of my household, that if a woman doesn't come up in here, I'm going to be able to survive. I'm going to be able to make dinners, meals, and the whole 9 yards, because I saw that from the matriarchal side of my family. But that patriarchal side, that fatherly side, is certain things that we lack that the Caucasian children have, which is why we look around sometimes and we see these kids out here and they may be seem more advanced than us in certain things, even if it comes down to holding certain tools, being able to build and construction. It could be anything. We fall way behind when it comes to that concept, because a lot of our sons and a lot of our children are raised in single parent households, and they're receiving, the tutelage of a mother. So when they go out in the street and they go out in this world, they have that side of them that's totally missing, which is why we can walk around here and we have 50-year-old black men, still acting like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. With their pants hanging underneath their butt. Pants hanging down heavy, boy. Pants hanging down heavy. And they just, they think they're 21, 22 years old, and they can't release that immature side of themselves. Because they want to be accepted. Right. And then if we get a positive man to come and confront one of these kids today, they're liable to kill you, because they're not used to receiving that type of instruction. They're liable to blow your head off for giving them any type of correction, because they're not used to it. And that's why the mothers, a kind heart a kind hand. The mothers, see, throughout the 80s and 90s, along with people marching in the street, these drug dealers, God damn it, the drug dealers are your sons and your nephews and cousins. You yelling at them from the podium? This is breaking up families. Y'all don't know that? That drug dealers, they're killing the drug dealer. Every nation kills itself when it first starts. So that's what was going on in the 80s and 90s. Every nation sold drugs. So our nation, as we got free, the first 20 years of our free on this land, as we know it from 1968, was hit with drugs. 1988.
I agree. And I'll tell you something else. I believe that now, while we're seeing so much interracial dating, I believe that on the male side, I believe they're looking for submission. And I believe on the female side that they're looking for security. And I believe that I'm talking about the black woman dating the Caucasian man. She finds security in that. And I believe that the black man dating the white woman is looking for submission. I believe that they're looking for that.
Submission.
I believe that they're looking for submission.
It's the wrong word, bro. See, I don't want a side star who submits to me because I'm fallible. I want a side star.
Wait, bro. Hold on, bro. Submission don't mean weakness, brother. Submission don't mean weakness. When I say so, hold on. Let me clarify. When I say submission, I mean that just that man's position in his place is respected, because I don't believe that it is all the time. So it means that I can look at. It means that that woman can look at that man and respect him, whether he's making $20,000 a year and somebody not telling him he ain't shit, or making $120,000 a year and still looking at him the same way. There's some women out here that would look at that $20,000 a year man and look at the $120,000 a year man the same way, and not come in there and say, I run this shit. Like, I run this just because you making 20 and I'm making 140 and we're in the same household. Yeah,
instead of submission, I will require that she respects me. But instead, not just respects me, because if she don't respect herself, she can't respect me. So I can't look forward to her respecting me. I have to look for her, the confidence in her. See, that's where I feel like in the beginning, all that submission, I'm the man, I rolled with that, right? When I first got married. And a lot of that, I was big-headed because I was successful at what I was doing. So what am I listening to you for? You got all these doubts and stuff. I'm not listening to your doubts. I'm moving forward. I'm getting this money. And see, I did that, right? So now, being older, looking at it and seeing how successful my daughter's relationship was. It's like the calm, cool aspect, but for me, but the woman that I'm with, she got to understand, look, I done went out here and told all these brothers I'm the emperor. So they ain't going to accept nothing less from me. So if you're not down on that empress title, you don't need to try to come over here. It's going to cause confusion. It's going to, I'm going to try to tell you, like, you're trying to set me up and sabotage me. And you don't want me to feel like that. And I don't want to feel like that. So if you don't feel this way as a woman, you wouldn't even approach me if you don't feel that way about yourself. And this is where a lot of our relationships go wrong, because we're not moving forward together and or singularly onto the next level. And we're not doing it together because we have all these misconceptions. So that's why we say the matriarch instead of submission, because the matriarch has complete respect for her son. See,
well,
and when she knows.
I agree, brother. Like, I agree with you, brother. I just want to say that, I don't want that word submission. It's taken in the wrong context. Sometimes we think that means weakness, and it really doesn't. When you're inside of the house, it's just the understanding. If you got two people that get along with one another, we know that there's a masculine energy in there and there's a female energy in there. We know if an all-out fight was to break out in that house, we know who's coming out victorious. Okay, we know the woman's strong, and we know all these attributes that she has. We know that she wants to compete in the same sports. We know that she wants to play the same basketball game, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day,
don't.
No,
real matriarch don't. She knows she can't.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we all know that they know that they can never be as strong as a man physically. Is what I'm saying, physically. not mentally, not spiritually. I'm not talking about that because we know that it can happen. But we know that this country has put the women over top of even the African American, so-called African American male, where they make more money than us. And I mean, we're not talking about something here that's just like off the wall. Let's look at the proof in the pudding. The households in our society are broke up. We got more single parent homes than any other nation. We can look. I can use my sister for example. My sister is right next door to a Mexican family, and let me tell you something. It's 3 families in that house next door, husband and wives with their children. And here my sister is over there across there by herself with 3 kids, and she ain't thinking about having no man there. The thought of her having a man there and having to be submissive, it just don't register with her. Or how he can be, or how he can help, or how he can contribute to the situation around it, even when it comes down. My brother shouldn't have to go over there to cut the grass. He shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't have to go over there to put a washer in, and when you need to use the pickup truck. Those type of things. I'm just talking about just these are survival things. These are things that just would naturally go on in survival. So, for example, if this world, if a bomb was to go off in that town right now, if a bomb was to go off, and each family has to go out there and survive, that her unit is going to cling to a family with a man, no doubt about it. All 3, she has all girls. So if a bomb was to go off in that town right now, and everybody would have to fend for themselves, and all those families would come out in the street and say, "Hey, we got to survive." You can best believe that the woman that has that man there, that unit, and everything's intact, are going to survive a lot longer than those 3 girls by themselves, them 3 females by themselves. And I would assume that those 3 females.
Yeah, whatever. I don't believe that. But anyways, I'm about to end this because it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Can I just read the definition? Can I just from Merriam-Webster?
Hold on. Let me just say one thing. Karima. Let me say one thing. Karima, you do say that, right?
Oh no. It's not both sides of the arguments, and I don't like that. So at the end of the day, it's like y'all pretty much you don't know what's going on in the household. You don't know that, but you're making it sound like it's all pretty and all that type of stuff. And we're not about to do that, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm about to shut this down. Appreciate the information that y'all brought, but y'all trying to glorify one side of some situations, and I'm not here for it. Okay? So peace and love.
Thank you.
Peace.